the young and the restless. This portion sponsored by Oil of Olay.
Salon Selectives presents hair so beautiful you feel like you just stepped out of a salon.
Salon shine, Salon Selectives, Salon glow, Salon Selectives.
Introducing Salon Selectives, new from Helene Curtis. 4 salon shampoos, 4 salon conditioners. You select the combination that will give you salon beautiful hair.
Salon style.
Feel salon beautiful every day.
Salon Selectives.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Sunday. This is just a chill stream. I wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody. It's the first stream of 2023, and it's crazy wild that it's 2023 already. I can't believe it. I can't believe it that it's the year was just so full. Hi, Matt G. Thanks for the buck. What's going on? Happy New Year. I just wanted to come and chill with everybody. So usually we have a Sunday night stream where we review shows. We've reviewed a lot of good shows, a lot of bad shows last year. But today we didn't really have one planned. So I figured I'd just go live and talk to you guys about whatever is going on, about, what did you do on New Year's? What are your goals? What are your New Year's resolutions, if you will, if you want to talk about that, whatever the chat wants to talk about. And I've invited some people, so maybe they'll swing by. But it's a pretty chill day here, so we're just going to be chilling out with the chat because you are the important people that I do this for. And I wanted to take this moment to thank each and every one of you for subbing to my channel, because I was able to reach my goal of reaching 20K subscribers on YouTube by the end of the year. And I was able to achieve that on basically the last day. So I'm really happy about that. And I wanted to thank you all so much for all the generosity and all the amazing just interactions, comments, everything is just, it means so much to me. Thank you so much, Andrew, for $5 saying Happy New Year and first stream of 2023 to be always kind, Nina. I can't wait for more content in 2023 and more calendars. Yeah, that's definitely in the works, because I learned a lot from the campaign that I did last year now. Oh my God, I can't believe I have to say last year. But anyways, in 2023, I had the campaign and I learned a lot. So one of my goals, one of my plans is to have another campaign, but probably start it way sooner, maybe at the end of the summer, early fall, and then go into just get it all done. I already have like a photographer lined up and everything like that. So things are in the works. I have some other personal goals that I want to achieve this year, that I don't want to really talk about right now, but it's all very exciting. There's definitely things in the works on this channel, and I'm so excited about so much of it. And the new year. So thank you, Andrew. Definitely so much more exciting stuff to come on this channel. All thanks to you guys and your extreme support. So thank you. And oh my God, speaking of extreme support, somebody's here to say hello. Hi, Andre.
Hey, Nina, how's it going? Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too, Andre. Thank you for coming by.
Oh, absolutely. Least I could do. I have, of course, have to celebrate your success.
Yay. Well, it's all thanks to you and Toxic Femme and giving me giving me that platform, your platform to hang out on every Monday night is super cool. I love that show. And I definitely I owe you guys a lot. Midnight's Edge is one of my favorite places to be. So thank you, Andre.
Well, thank you for being there and for being such an awesome host, and for always being super courteous, professional, reliable, and it's just a pleasure to have you be there on the shows and to listen in on them afterwards. In fact, I was also listening to the previous one today because I've been like away the last couple of weeks here because of some.
Holidays.
I actually it was it became we tried to make a holiday out of it too, but we had to go to my wife's homestead because someone in her close family died suddenly, shall we say.
Oh, no, that's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. That
So
sucks.
yeah, so that's unfortunate. But we tried to make the best out of it. But wasn't able to do clips and stuff. But because of that, I was like listening to the most recent show with Melanie and Mac and everything today. Actually, trying to find some good clips to put up on After Dark that are still. So not After Dark, but on live archives that are still relevant now after Christmas. There'll be a
Sure.
couple of clips coming up.
Perfect. And that was a crazy show because we had such a great show that night. And then she got really sick because apparently she
Yeah, I
wasn't drinking
heard.
water. I was like, what? And then I heard she went to the hospital that night. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah, like getting reduced blood pressure from dehydration. That's no joke.
Mm-mm. I had that happen to me this summer, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because well, Cancun's really hot, and it's really
Oh
easy for
yeah,
you
yeah,
to
of course.
forget to drink water, and it's really one of the most important things you have to do. So that happened to me, and I had to go to the hospital, and they couldn't even find a vein because I was so dehydrated. So they kept like poking my hand trying to find a vein, and they couldn't. So like there's a lot of blood. It was terrible. It was a terrible experience.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was
No,
not a
I
highlight of
no.
2022.
I've never had it that bad where I need. Well, maybe if someone had seen me, I may have gone to the hospital. But I did kind of like have that once when it was really really hot summer in Norway. And
Mhm.
summer gets hot, and this was when I was in my late teens, and I was like really working out for like taekwondo championship because I was practicing that at the time,
Mhm.
and I was trying to just get into competition weight and everything. So I had been like running for like hours on end, and then I went into the sauna and I came out of it, and I was like, this was too much.
Mm.
And then I didn't pass out, but I kind of like just had to lie down right there on the floor with a liter and a half bottle next to me, sipping that over the next hour, and then I gradually recovered.
That's
So
that's crazy. Well, that's kind of what happened to me too, like afterwards, because when I realized that it was dehydration, because you don't know what's happening to your body, and you're like, oh my God, I just know I
get
feel like I'm
salt.
gonna
That's the
die.
important thing.
Right. And like, yeah, salt, and basically like electrolytes, things like that.
Yeah.
So like after they couldn't find a vein and they kept poking holes in my hand, I was like, you know what? Let's just go home. I know what's going on with me now. So I just drank like a ton of water and electrolytes and like just kept drinking and drinking and drinking. But and I finally got better, but it was awful. It's an awful
Yeah. Yeah,
experience.
I know. It's a tough thing. Tough thing when it happens. So yeah, been there. Kinda done that. Not the whole hospital experience. I was saved of that though, because I yeah. But again, had someone seen me there, then maybe. But
So, what happened last night? Did you do any celebrations? Did you guys ring in the new year all good?
yeah, all good. Nothing too fancy. Actually, it was just a relatively quiet celebration with family since we had to like go away so suddenly,
Mhm.
and then we came back again. Then didn't really make any plans, so it was just like a quiet, subdued New Year celebration. Actually, the most quiet one in several years.
I
Uh,
understand.
so
Same here.
so
I
yeah,
had a pretty chill New Year too, just with like really close friends, and we
yeah,
played Uno. I know we're so late.
getting old.
Yeah. And it was really funny because a couple of the people that had come over were like new people, and we were like, "Oh, we're making friends," and then we started fighting during Uno, and we're like, "I guess our friendship is gonna be over like pretty soon," because we just started playing it, and then because Uno ruins friendships and families. I don't know if you knew that, but it does, especially if you're a really serious player like I am.
Yeah.
I take very seriously. Andre, do you have any predictions for 2023?
I think that 2023 is going to be a very interesting year, both in terms of entertainment, in politics, and everything like that. So try to steer away from the politics because I don't want to get you demonetized or something like that for your celebration. But so just to stay with the entertainment side of things, what happened in 2022 to me was that the audience firmly rejected wokeness. And
Formally
this
rejected what? I didn't hear that.
wokeness,
Oh,
wokeness in
wokeness.
entertainment,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
because like when you look at the biggest failures, the big
Mhm.
failures of last year, and last year that's like the year that ended yesterday, so it's not that long ago.
I
But
know.
basically, every single big failure was woke. You had Bros, you had your Lightyear, you had your Strange World, you had your Babylon, you had your Women Talking, you had that Weinstein movie, you had all of that stuff, right?
Yeah,
It
Rings of
all
Power,
bombed,
don't forget.
all of it. Oh, and of course, on streaming too. The Rings of Power was a fail. You had Star Trek Discovery Season 4 is a fail right now. Basically you have like woke failures across the board. Now all
Mhm,
that is really data points, and it's data points that most of Hollywood can't ignore.
mhm.
And of course you're not going to see the results of that on screen until 2024, but we're going to be hearing Reese from behind the scenes when projects that were so woke that they never could have been declined before suddenly will be declined this year going forward. Already hearing from within Hollywood that changes are happening and they're no longer looking to virtue signal as much as they once did. Now, of course, for Disney and Amazon, they're doubling down. So that's where you're going to have the dichotomy. You're going to have like some big players that are really doubling down, while others are just trying to move away from all this craziness and get back to the favor of the audience because they kind of need the audience to survive and thrive. So, right there, I think we're going to have some what Tom likes to call the final re,
Mm.
which isn't one and it isn't final, but you're gonna have like more desperation coming from that. So yeah, I think that's going to be like a big thing. And in terms of beyond that, with more revelations of Twitter, everything happen going on in the real world,
That stuff is
sudden
nuts.
deaths gonna be piling up more and more to the point where people
Deny
uh,
it anymore.
can't deny it anymore. At the same time as you have like new variants spreading and everything, and people who weren't supposed to getting anything, they're still getting it, and they're starting to wonder why. I've certainly
Mhm.
seen many examples of that in my own life.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
So yeah,
it's gonna be a crazy year. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what else can happen, but it's like it also felt like 2022 was just so jam-packed. It's like I keep thinking about like all the stuff we went through, and I'm like, oh my God. It felt like there was like 4 years like jammed into one or something because it just felt like there was just so much happening. But I find your comments really interesting about the wokeness factor and how like so you think the studios are finally taking notice and
oh yeah, for sure. Because there are too many data points to ignore, which I have been told directly by many that we can't ignore this anymore. And you
Mhm,
have like some reports going on between executives at high levels where they're being presented with the fact that all this diversity, it's not bringing in audiences. On the contrary, it's quite toxic and it's
mhm.
audience repellent, and we can't do this anymore.
Oh God, I really hope that that is something that is going to be learned finally because I'm so sick and tired of woke BS. By the way, I did watch one non-woke movie that I thought was great by your recommendation,
Which one
uh,
would that be?
Troll.
Oh yeah, did you
I
like
really
it?
liked it. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was good. by the end I was kind of rooting for the trolls, but
Yeah, that was cool. Did you see the video that we put up with Norse magic and beliefs going through the origins of trolls and the mythology behind it?
yes, I watched a little bit of it and I was like, I'm gonna watch this, and then
Yeah,
kind of felt
it
I
was like a
fell.
fun thing to do because it's not
It
often
was cool.
Hollywood comes to town,
Yeah.
uh, and and there it was quite literally coming to town because like the it's like funny to see like the roads where I drive every single day
Mm-hmm.
featured on screen because all of the locations there are exactly real. Like it's literally exactly like that. But the countryside there, so it's
Ah,
filmed
it's
there. It's exactly
gorgeous.
like that. And oh yeah, I've been there many times where they filmed that.
Well, now you know how I feel all the time because I was originally from Vancouver, so
Yeah,
a
you
lot of the
recognize the
stuff.
locations and stuff.
Yeah, it's like there's all the time. It's like if you've ever watched Arrow or Flash or any of the CW shows, it's always in Vancouver. So I'm like, hey, there's like my old stomping grounds all the time. Or like if you've ever seen the show Travelers on Netflix, that's also all Vancouver. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like a time traveling show about Vancouver. Where are the time travelers at? Like, I'm always looking for the Flash around the corner anytime I'm in Vancouver because it's like Star City or whatever it's called now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Troll was cool though. It was and it had like the female protagonist where you're like, oh, is she gonna be like the bestest ever at everything? And she wasn't. Like she was really well done. Like the character was really well done because she was like taught by a father, and she had, you had that whole father-daughter thing going on. I thought that was really cool. There was a lot of good messages in the movie. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
It's a good movie.
You can like tell that this was made at a period when Netflix were still about the messaging, and you had like the no has to have the woman superior and talk down to the men. That obviously was a requirement from Netflix, but still, I liked how the director was able to work around it because the
Hmm.
director was tremendously based. I know for a fact.
Ooh.
So he was able to work with that.
Now let me ask you another question.
Yeah, go
So
for it.
what was your favorite like show or movie of 2022, and what are you most looking forward to in 2023?
It's funny you ask that because the best movie that I saw that came out in 2022 was Top Gun Maverick,
Ooh.
closely followed by Beavis and Butthead to the Universe, which is exactly what we need right now.
Yes.
And beyond that, the movies that I really tremendously enjoyed this year weren't made this year. I recently discovered a movie that I saw for the first time. Like I've been aware of it, I've seen the cover, but I've never seen it before. And it's a
What was
movie
it?
from 1990, The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Oh,
And it was glorious, amazingly unpolitically correct. I
I've
mean,
never
it was
seen
like
it.
so unpolitically correct that it kind of got cancelled upon release in 1990. So it was like too rough for 1990. It was like a movie from 1988 or something that just came out a little bit too late,
What
right?
was it called again? The Adventure of what?
The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Ford Fairlane.
I'll
Okay.
hook you up with it.
Looking it up right now. What is this movie? I love 90s movies. Oh, it's with Andrew Dice? Oh my
Yeah.
God. Of course it almost got canceled.
No, it actually did because from what I understand, I don't know anything about Andrew Dice. Clearly, I had to learn about him after the fact, but that's when I kind of like it would be fun to do a retrospective on that movie.
Oh,
But
that's
basically,
great.
the impression that I got from it was that it was really raunchy for 88. It was even more raunchy in 89, and it was too raunchy in 1990. And that's when
Mm.
it came out.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
how can
this
you
is
imagine if someone today saw that movie of the activists and everything? Because I was thinking, man, I was like chuckling the whole movie. They like to talk about like, oh, this kind of like offend the right amount of people, right group of people. Well, this one is going to do just freaking that. So I think that may have been the best movie of 2022 for me. The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. But of movies that actually came out in 2022.
Well,
Beavis
I'm
and
definitely
Butthead
going to
and
watch
Top Gun.
this one, Andre. I'm going to tell you right now that this is going on the list. This is the movie we're talking about,
Yeah,
guys.
that's the one.
And it's got Andrew Dice in it. It's got freaking Ed. What's his name?
Ed O'Neill.
Yeah, Ed O'Neill's in this.
Gilbert Gottfried is in there.
Gilbert
Lauren
Gottfried.
Holly is in it.
There we go. Ed O'Neill, Gilbert Gottfried. I mean, this
Robert
is
Englund
an
is in it.
amazing
A
cast.
bunch of like music artists that I've never heard about was in it. But it had a great score by Billy Idol and Yellow. So that was fantastic.
Excellent. Yes, I'm definitely watching this. This is going on the list. So thank you for the good recommendation. But okay, so what was your favorite 2022 movie or show or show?
Yeah, no, Top Gun Maverick, Beavis and Butthead for a movie, and Beavis and Butthead for show as well, and Peacemaker. I loved the hell out of Peacemaker. I loved it.
Oh, that's cool.
I
You're one of the only
absolutely
people
loved
who
it.
said that. Okay, that's good to know.
And many people like to say, no, it's woke. No, it's not woke. It has a black person in it who's a lesbian. But
I hate when people do that. It's like, oh, it's got a woman in it, so it's woke. It's like, nah.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't
No,
work.
actually, I would go so far as to say that it actually subverts woke expectations, and it can like pass for woke when you look at it, but it's actually anti-woke in its execution. So I loved Peacemaker. Huge fan of Peacemaker.
Interesting. Okay, and then
and
what
the
do you?
Northman. Of course, the Northman. That
The
was also
Northman. There,
brilliant.
of course. Yeah, that was really good, and I loved your video about the Northman from the Northman.
Yeah, that was cool.
Okay, so what are you looking forward to in
Well,
2023?
before that, what about, forget me, you're the host here. What were your favorite movies of 2022?
My favorite movies of 2022, The Northman for sure. I really like The Northman. Wait, Dune wasn't 2022. That was 2021. Okay, I'm looking forward to Dune 2020, Dune Part 2 in 2023. I liked a few things. I liked Reacher. I liked Terminal List. I don't remember. I didn't see Top Gun Maverick, so I can't comment yet. It's on the list.
It's really tremendously good. I will say that. Like it, believe the hype. I haven't even seen the original, and
it was so good.
It was so good, so good. I don't even like Tom Cruise.
What else did I like? I don't remember. Like, what's so weird is I don't remember many.
Troll.
Yeah, obviously Troll. Oh, I like RRR. I don't know if that
was good one too.
That was great. I liked. I don't know if Severance is a 2022 or not.
Well, there's a different movie called Severance, but it's definitely not from 2022.
No, that's not a movie. Okay, yes. So there's a series called Severance, and we actually did a review on it on this channel, and that one's really good, Andre. I highly recommend that.
You don't mean the squeal like a piggy Severance?
No.
Okay.
No. That one's really good. It's on Apple Plus. It's with Adam Scott, and it's a really, really good show. And I really enjoyed it. So I think that one, and of course 1899, which is also on Netflix, is another series I really, really enjoyed. That's by the makers of Dark, the German couple. Mm-hmm. So I like a lot of, what's so weird is like the more we talk, a lot of the stuff that we've liked has been not Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely. Like for instance, Troll technically isn't Hollywood.
Exactly.
It's Netflix funded, but it's Norwegian through and through.
Yeah, like RRR, that's not Hollywood. Yeah.
Again, but even there, apparently, you are starting to get like some like woke demands, which I think and hope they will be rejecting. But same thing with like Squid Game, the biggest hit for Netflix for quite some while.
Hmm.
And it too is purely Korean production, which only goes to show that you really should listen to Chris Gore and give independent and international movies a chance. Because right now, when you look at the dreck that comes out of creatively bankrupt Hollywood, I mean, just think about it. Like, how many classic movies have come out of Hollywood the past 10 years, excluding Marvel and DC movies? If you remove comic book movies from the list, the funny thing is that we actually did the account a few days back, and what we determined was that you had more classic movies to come out in each and every single individual year of the
Hmm.
80s than the 2010s combined.
Wow, that's a lot. I just remembered a movie I really liked in 2022,
Oh,
actually.
do share.
Bullet Train.
Oh yeah,
I
I need to see. I've been hearing great things. I
I
just haven't had the time
really
to see
like
it.
that movie. Yes, I highly recommend it. I thought, as far as Hollywood goes, like it's
Chris
really
Gore is in
good.
the chat. Of course. Hey, Chris.
Chris Gore, hi. Where are you? Oh, there
Hold
you
on,
are.
I'll send him the link if you want.
Yes, please. Chris, come hang out with us if you're free. Um, yes, it is Tollywood, and the sequel is already in the works. I learned it was Tollywood when I was doing my review for it, which did really well. But like y- a lot of people get mad if you call it Bollywood. They're like, "No, stop Bollywood."
Yeah, I noticed that. I learned that from Chris Gore. And it's funny. Like, I name dropped Chris, and here he is. Fantastic.
I
So yeah.
know. It's like you call
Oh,
him
he's
three
about to get
times.
on the road. Okay. Well,
Oh,
dear
that's too
listeners,
bad.
that's brilliant. And anyway, thanks for the recommendation. Chris Gore has done an amazing job promoting not just RRR, but so many other independent movies that everyone needs to check out. So yeah, thank you, Chris. And I see some people mention in the chat Violent Night. I saw that one yesterday actually. That
I
was
saw
also
that
fun.
too.
What
That
did you
was
think about
fun.
it? Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought it was really fun. I it had like a tiny bit of wokeness in it, but I was just like,
Studio mandate.
I know. It was such a studio mandate thing that you could
Yeah.
tell. And that's what bothers me about it the most is I'm like, I know it could have been like a perfect Christmas movie if they didn't have the studio mandate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because of that, I was just like kind of like 7 out of 10 just because of the
How
studio
about the
mandate
idea
wokeness.
of Santa as a Viking warlord?
I loved it. I
Yeah,
loved the
it's
idea. I
brilliant.
thought that that was great.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. I like that he was like, at first he was like just kind of down and out, and he was like just kind of giving up being Santa. But and then by the end, like he was reminded of the spirit of Christmas and what it actually means. I like the story. Like the story
I
was
kind
good.
of wanted to see like an origin story of how the Viking warlord
They
ended up
could do
becoming
that.
Santa. Yeah,
They
they
could do
totally
that. That
could.
could be like Violent Night too, like the origin story of how like
Yeah.
he got to become Santa. Um, Chris Gore says Hollywood's dying. International films and indies are worthy of attention now.
Yeah.
That's true, man. That's
That's
true.
actually so fun with Violent Night, and so happy with the success of that movie. You want to know why? Maybe it's like a little bit nationalistic of me, but it's a director I know. It's a Norwegian director, and I just love this guy's origin story because this is someone who he's Norwegian, but he did not come from the indie scene in Norway. No, 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 no.
Oh.
He's entirely self-made. His name is Tommy Wirkola. He went to film school in Australia, and then he went back to Norway, where he made his first movie, which gave him like renown in Norway. And you know what it was? It was a Norwegian remake of Kill Bill.
Oh.
I'll hook you up with it if you want to see it. It's actually
Yeah.
hilarious.
Sure. I'd
And
love to see
it
it.
was made for practically no budget, but it's hilarious. It's violent as hell and brutal and bloody and gory. Because
Ooh.
this guy, he has no artistic pretensions. He just wants to make movies of Norwegian gladvold, like happy violence that will make you smile and laugh and have a good time. And his next movie, was Dead Snow, which is a bunch of Norwegians that go out on a camping trip in the Norwegian wilderness and they stumble a bunch of Nazi zombies that they have to massacre. Another really cool movie that got like international renown. So then he got an international career after that. And he's
Wow.
continued making these just happy, violent, gory movies, void of any deep messaging, that are just sheer fun. Most recent example being Violent Night. So I'm like really happy, and he's exactly the kind of filmmaker that Chris Gore would tell you to check out. Yeah, I see in the comments, Man Under the Mask, he has seen it. Dead Snow was great. Yeah, it was indeed. It's like one of the best zombie movies out there. So much fun.
Oh, see, I'm not a huge zombie person.
Neither am I. I can't stand them. I hate zombie movies as a general thing. But that one was fun.
Ian says it was weird but good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's interesting. Okay. This other movie too, Bobo Yogi for $2 says Where the Crawdads Sing. Fantastic film. Watch it. I have watched it and it was really good. I enjoyed it. It's based on a book and somebody recommended it to me. And they said it stayed pretty close to the book and it was really good. Like it was a very just like a beautiful story. Like it's not action or adventure or anything like that, but it's a drama. So it's a just a really nice story. Like classic movies used to be, like it's just like, oh, that's a nice movie. So I recommend that as well for people who just want a really nice story. That was a good one.
Yeah, thanks for the recommendation. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, Bullet Train. You got to watch that because we're talking about violent, fun movies, and I just keep thinking about Bullet Train. I'm like, Andre's gonna love that movie because it's so like just pure fun. It's just pure fun, like no like crazy underlying message or anything like that. So I think you're gonna really enjoy it.
Yeah. No, I do love the movies like that. The just sheer fun ones. Like sometimes I like the ones where you really have to dig in, analyze the subtext and everything.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's fun when a pipe is just a pipe and it explodes.
Yes, exactly. Speaking of that, that's one of the ones I'm looking forward to is John Wick, like John Wick 4.
Oh
I
yeah,
think that's coming out in 2023, so
it is.
that'll
It
be
is.
fun.
It's coming out. I have like a list here of upcoming movies. Let's see here. Just give me a second, and I shall dig it up.
Alan Reese says for 5, congratulations on your 20K. He called me 9, but I'm pretty sure he meant Nina. Thank you, Alan Reese. You're so
Yeah.
sweet.
March 24th is John Wick number 4. You want me to go through the list of everything that's coming this year, and we can
Yeah,
see which
please.
movies we're looking forward to. So in January we have, of course, there's more movies, but these are like the highly anticipated, the genre movies, if you will, right? The ones that
Okay.
people actually care about, not literally everything. Not the probably much cooler indie films, but the big ones. So January 6th of all dates, we have Megan. February 17th, Ant-Man Quantumania.
Wait,
February,
Megan, is that the little robot girl?
yeah, that's the
Okay.
little robot girl. That's
Okay.
the gender bent remake of the Child's Play remake.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, what's next?
Which incidentally was directed by yet another Norwegian, so a Norwegian takeover. Yeah. But anyway, that aside,
That's
and then
hilarious.
February 20, I actually interviewed that director and the guy who did the redesign of the Chucky doll.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it on your channel?
Yeah, it's there somewhere.
Okay.
And
Chris says
then,
I'm seeing Megan on Tuesday.
oh, we can't wait to hear your Chris. If you can come drop by on Wednesday, you have to let us know what you think about it.
Definitely.
And then on February 24th, we have Cocaine Bear. I'm just going to move the mic a bit closer here.
Yay! Russell Halls wants Cocaine Bear.
Yeah. And March 3rd, we have Creed Part 3. Scream on March 10th. March 17th.
Wait, Scream?
So, yeah, yet another Scream.
Like a Scream 6? Or is this like...
Well, I don't know. I hate those
What is
freaking
that?
movies. but it's just called Scream.
That's weird. Okay.
So I was hoping those freaking movies would be done by now because they ruined horror, if you ask me. But yeah, another one is coming.
It's a reboot? I didn't even know they're doing a reboot of Scream. That's crazy. Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hope it pleases the fans. And then Shazam on March 17th. John Wick.
Are you gonna even are you excited at all for Shazam?
No, I didn't even like the first one.
Oh, I like the first one, but I don't really care about the second one, especially like what happened with the DCEU. Now I'm like, I really don't care
Now there's no reason to care about any of them.
Yeah,
Like
I don't really
they're
care.
all creative dead ends now.
Okay. What's next?
Yeah. And then John Wick on March 24th.
Yay.
And then Dungeons and Dragons
Oh
on March
God.
31st.
That is gonna be a woke disaster.
Well, probably.
That'll be fun to review, not necessarily like fun to watch. Just
Probably. I hope it'll be okay because I do love my sword and sorcery, and the previous movie was a disaster, but this sadly looks like a remake of the previous movie rather than a straight up adaptation of the source material. I mean, if they just could take like the approach that we're going to remake the 80s cartoon, because that was actually fairly decent.
that was great. I love that cartoon.
Yeah, it's like, and I know that they can't legally do like 100% adaptation, but they could do something in that vein instead of something in the vein of the movie that came out 20 years ago, because that was a freaking disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, it might as well have been directed by Uwe Boll. Like, it wasn't, but it might as well have been. Moving on, then we have Evil Dead Rise on April 1st.
Well, there's a big cult following for that. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of like the Evil Dead situation because I don't like zombies. But there's a big cult following. Do you think that that's going to be a big release?
Nah.
No.
I think it's going to open to 15 something million at best and go on to make around 50. It's not going to make any huge waves.
Andre, did you know that Jennifer Lawrence was the first zombie ever?
She was also the first zombie slayer ever.
Mm.
Let's not forget about that. She was the first damsel in distress, the first strong, independent woman, and what have you.
That joke's never gonna die.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Then we have Super Mario Brothers on April 7th.
I'm looking forward to that, actually. I'm watching it for sure.
Yeah. And I just got a phone call here. Can you just...
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
In 2 minutes?
No problem. I'm going to read some of these super chats. JKK Not and Stop for $2 says, cute braids. Congrats on 20K best wishes in 2023. You too. Thank you so much. And thanks for the compliments on my braids. We got Shadow War Child for 220. 220. Should have been 223. It's 2023. Anyways, Happy New Year and congrats on 20K. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Russell Hall, Top Gun was fine, but had serious problems. I'm going to have to take your word for it. I haven't seen it yet. I will. That's interesting, though. I think Lofty said the same thing. So, Russell, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but you're on the same page with Lofty Pixels. Just saying. And so forth for 10 says 2024 Cocaine Bear 2 Mac and Cheese Munchies. I'd watch that. Papa Ooze for $5 says Evil Dead are not zombies, it's demon possession. Okay, my mistake. My bad. Sorry. Yikes. Wait, what was I thinking of then? The zombie movie. Evil Dead. No, it's not Evil Dead. No, yes, it is Evil. I don't know. Okay, but I'll take your word for it. I haven't seen too many of those. I think I saw like the first one. What? J Law's Tombstone. I am become. Oh my god, the destroyer of worlds. Cocaine doesn't give you the munchies, says Russell Hall. We will take that from experience. Russell Hall is educating everyone on what cocaine does or doesn't do. Thank you for the lesson. I was thinking of Walking Dead. It's true. This is true. That's what I was thinking of. Dawn of the Dead. No, I was thinking of Walking Dead. Jennifer Lawrence invented Cocaine Bear, says Shane G. I think she invented cocaine. She invented everything, guys, like electricity, like the internet. Be thankful. Be thankful for Jennifer Lawrence's existence, because if she wasn't around, we wouldn't be able to discuss things the way we're discussing right now. We owe her everything. We owe her, thanks for electricity, thanks for the internet, thanks for computers, just all of it, all of it. And I think somebody just went and did something here. I'm pretty sure somebody just donated a bunch of memberships. Yes, low watermark. Thank you for gifting 20 memberships to the chat. That is incredible. Thank you for all of your support. Last year, I should say, because I was going to say this year, but that would be just one day of support. That's not what I meant. I'm talking about 2022. Thank you for all of your support in 2022, low watermark. And Elsa Barrett, thank you for your membership message of saying Happy New Year, all. Thank you. Thank you for that. That is very sweet. We got Scott McKenzie with a member message saying, congrats on 20K subs. Happy New Year. Infinite Hope rocks. Thank you so much for that. That is a very lovely message. So there we go. Papa Ooze. Thank you for the $5. Says you're thinking of Walking Dead for the zombies. No offense taken. Congrats on 20K. No, I was thinking of Walking Dead. Yes, I was definitely thinking about that. And thank you for the congratulations. Thank you very much for that.
I'm back again.
Hi, welcome back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm
just not the biggest fan of zombie movies, but I did watch one that I was like, oh my God. Like, I was told to watch this movie for years, and finally I broke down and watched it this Halloween. And it was Train to Busan. And that was definitely probably the best zombie anything I've ever seen in my life. I was very impressed with that movie. And again, Korean movies.
You know what my favorite zombie movie is?
What?
People are going to be pissed out in the chat now. I'm pissed
off. It's going to be some sort of Norwegian zombie thing, isn't it?
No, actually, no. I had fun with Dead Snow, but beyond that, Norwegian movies tend to suck. So I try not to be too jingoistic here. No, actually, it's an American production. That is my favorite zombie movie. I don't like zombie movies as a general thing. Can't stand them.
Me either.
With one exception.
What is it?
One I tremendously enjoyed.
Zombieland?
No, that was fun, but I don't need to see that again. Best thing was the opening with For Whom the Bells Told by Metallica. After that, I can take or leave the rest. But no, the one that I thought was amazing was the first Resident Evil with Milla Jovovich.
Oh, the first one.
The first one. Only the first one.
I like that movie too. That was I only watched from all the Resident Evils. I only watched like I think the first 2, maybe 3. And that one was pretty good. Like I didn't mind it. I mean, she's great. I love her.
She's amazing in everything.
Yeah. Well, except for like I haven't seen it though, but I heard really bad things about her new like monster movie. Like I don't remember what it was, but
Monster Hunter, I think it was. I saw it. Yeah, that wasn't very good at all. I mean, it looked better in posters and stills than the movie was as a whole. Again, it's another movie from her husband.
Yeah.
And yeah,
no. Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it is. And
well, that makes sense that she was in it then.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. Scott McKenzie, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to the chat. You are awesome, Scott McKenzie. Thank you. Sorry, Andre, go ahead.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But anyway, I would say that she's better than him.
Yeah.
By which I mean that she's a better lead than he is a director.
Okay. Wait, who's her husband again?
Her husband is the same dude who directed obviously Resident Evil, but Event Horizon, the original Mortal Kombat, and of course, I blanked on his name right now. He has the same name as another artistic director.
Oh,
So they have all Paul Anderson. Paul Anderson, not to be confused with Paul W. Anderson.
his name is Paul Anderson.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm looking him up. I want to see what he look like.
and he did
Oh,
Alien
okay.
versus Predator and stuff like that.
Oh God, Alien versus Predator sucked.
It did.
Wait, he did The Revenant?
No, that's the artistic guy.
Oh,
There's several people who have almost the same name there. So no, that's not him. He did not do the
no.
the Revenant.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird when you like look up somebody and then like Google's like movies and TV shows and like names everything that they could have possibly been involved with, but like maybe even like they had
It's Paul
producer role.
W. S. Anderson.
Okay.
To be clear, yeah, of course, because you have like the two Paul Andersons, but this one is Paul W. S. Anderson. Now look at his
okay.
resume,
Yep.
and you'll find that it all makes sense.
Resident Evil. Yep, that's it. Event Horizon. I did like Event Horizon though.
I
That
did
was a
like
good
it
movie.
too. I just wish that they ever could make like or were able to release like the unrated, never released director's cut of it, because that apparently was crazy.
Ooh. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Why wouldn't they? That's weird.
But the footage for it reportedly doesn't exist
Oh.
anymore, or certainly not in a state where it's releasable.
God, movies used to be so much better. Like Event Horizon was so good.
Yeah, I know that actually is his best movie, I would say, by a long shot.
I just watched from Gary's because Gary recommended it, and I was like, okay, I gotta watch this. I watched 48 Hours with
Nick Nolte
Nick
and Eddie
Nolte.
Murphy.
Yeah.
And Denise Crosby.
Yes, it was so good. I was like, this is such a good movie. Like, I can't believe I've never seen it. And it's just one of those things too, is that you like there's so many good movies that you probably haven't seen. So it's like I don't feel bad that everything sucks now. I'll just go back and watch old stuff, that I've never seen before. Like 48 Hours. I was like very happy about it. And now you've told me about this movie that I'm going to watch. This Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Yeah.
I'm watching that. I'm gonna watch it. So that's something, right? Like we could still watch old good movies. What was next coming out though?
Yeah, continuing from where we left off. I believe the last one we said was Super Mario, which is out April 7th. That one is going to be a beast.
Agreed.
Yeah, and then on May 5th is Guardians of the Galaxy, which is the last Marvel movie I have any hope for.
Me too.
And
although I had more hope for that movie before James Gunn came out and like destroyed DC. Now I don't know like if it's gonna do as well as it would have before that happened. Because I feel like a lot of people might be really mad at him. Might be like, you know what, I'm not gonna watch your shitty movie now because you suck. Speaking of people who suck, no, I'm just joking. This guy's awesome.
I totally was going to be like, yes, I do. What's up?
What's up?
How are you doing, my friends?
Hi, Scott. Thanks for coming by to say hello.
Of course.
I was going to say Merry Christmas, but Merry New Year.
Merry New Year to you, too. Yeah, no, I had to stop by. I mean, 20K, that's crazy. I'm so not jealous.
Oh, no, you're not.
Not at me? No, never. And I thought if you're doing like a little 20K thing, I think maybe in like 8 years when I hit 20K, you'll come back and jump on my stream.
Always. At the moment's notice, Scott, I will be there.
I know you would, my friend. No, what a crazy ride you've had. It's awesome.
It's been nuts.
It's awesome.
It's great.
And you let me come on, so I love you for that.
Yeah, you're always welcome on this channel, Scott.
I know I am.
I will never forget the first time that we really got to hang out. And I was like, you're POS for not liking the prequels. I'll never forget that night.
Oh my God, yes, that was a battle. I didn't say.
We got into a fight about it. It was great.
I know. It wasn't that I hate them. I just thought they kind of sucked.
I know. And then I was like, I blame you for the freaking sequels then.
It was
because of you.
People like me. You know, I've come to actually like them a little bit more. Like, Hayden Christensen was the worst choice. They had so many better actors that were, you know, not known. This kid, literally, he played like he was in a soap opera. Would have been a better actor. He was like,
screw you, Scott. He was great. He's from Vancouver.
You don't know my power.
Screw you. Okay, Andre was telling us what other movies are coming out. But okay, before you continue though, Andre, let me ask Scott.
Yep.
Scott?
Yep.
What did you like? What were your favorite shows or movies in 2022? And what are you looking forward to in 2023?
Okay. I really liked 1899.
Yes, that was so good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Andre, you got to watch that. It's really
Yeah.
good.
I will.
And the cool thing is like after I went back and watched it, subtitles instead of dub changed the whole damn thing. It was so powerful.
Always does. Always does.
God.
Always watch original audio.
Oh my God. It was so powerful because I didn't realize everybody was speaking different languages, but they were just connecting through like just human contact. It was
Connection.
Yeah, connection, right. It was unbelievable. So I really liked that. Alice in Borderland just came out with the second season right before the new year, so I just started watching that again. I liked the live action. It was good.
I haven't seen that yet. I got to watch it.
It's twisted. It's like a Squid Game, but not like it's one of these like you kind of didn't. They were kind of just all appear in a place, and it's twisted. It is twisted at parts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. I'm trying to think. You know, like a lot of people, I didn't catch Top Gun until the very end of the year, and you know, thank God for like a movie like that, just a fun movie to watch. So that was nice, and something that people are proud to be American. That was nice. Or at least
I will also say that as a non-American, I've said this before and I'll say it again.
Yep.
The world right now needs some America. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like our old school Rocky. You know what I mean?
Some freaking flag waving right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
That's why I liked Reacher and Terminal List, because I was like, this is
Yes.
like old school American freaking, you know, TV. Like you put
Yep.
some stuff on, you see the old school Americans going crazy. It's pretty awesome like that.
Yeah.
I like-
Reacher's that old, you know, that old, like John Wayne, the silent, like Clint Eastwood, but just badass. We need more, like, because I've told people when I'm like, yeah, it's just a great American movie. I had somebody once say to me, and I don't know who it was. He was like, you know, from another country too, was like, you know, American movies aren't just for Americans. It's like they're defending what the idea of freedom, and we're like, you know what, damn right. So we need more of that.
We do.
Yep. I'm trying to think what else came out.
Okay, so that's what we're doing with Andre. We were talking about things that are going to come out though. So
Yes.
what do you have top favorite that you're looking forward to for now?
Oh my God. And we just went over this last night and I'm forgetting. I can tell you what I'm not looking forward to.
Okay.
The remake of House Party.
The fuck?
Yeah, we watched it on my
so random.
so bad. No, because look, we were on the dump last night and it was like me, Mark with a C, Tom, like all about the same age that grew up with House Party, Kid and Play was just a movie we all connected to. And they're remaking it with LeBron James as like one of the producers. And it just, and it has nothing to do with the original. They're just ripping off.
It's gonna be so woke.
Watch the trailer. It's terrible.
Oh my God.
I think there's one called Megan that looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, that comes out in this week.
Yeah,
Oh,
Andre
yeah,
was
right.
just talking about that. Chris Gore is going to see it immediately.
Do you know 35 mil? That's it. That's all they spent on that movie. 35 mil.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. I think that'll be a great one. I got to look at like the list I had last night because
That thing is creepy. I watched the trailer and I was like,
right.
I don't
It's-
like AI. You know that, Scott.
I'm
you
with
know
you.
that, and Jane does. And this is going to be the story of Jane's little minion. Jane's little minion that does things like
I'm also
kill people.
she loves that stuff. It freaks
I
me out.
know it's her little minion.
She's awesome. Another movie I'm looking forward to is Adam Driver 65. It's kind of like a weird from the writers.
It's called 65.
Yeah, it's 65. They crash land on a planet and it's with dinosaurs. It sounds ridiculous, but it's the writers of A Quiet Place, and it just looks like it's going to be like one of those like action-packed, fun type movies. But
Okay, that sounds cool.
yeah. What else is there? I'm sorry. I'm looking forward to Shazam because I liked the first one. I want to see if they just blow up. There's a couple movies I'm like looking forward to see how bad it is. Like Ant-Man and the Wasp is a movie that like that last phase of the MCU was one of the worst things. Like after such a 10-year just masterpiece almost, with its misses here and there. They had a full phase of just confusion, and now this is supposed to like be the beginning. And I just, when the high seas, me and Jack Sparrow will watch it when it comes out. But
Sure.
you know what I mean. But I like to see if the villain is going to be, because come on, I mean, Kang is one of the greatest villains in MCU history, but I feel like they're, Jonathan Majors also is a fantastic actor, but I just feel like they're going to do it wrong.
Oh my God. Okay, really quick. I just wanted to take a moment because one of my really big supporters, I think this is her husband. Yeah, this is her husband. Wanted to let me know that she gave birth to their son today, and they're still at the hospital, and both wife and son are doing good. So yay, Michelle!
Congratulations.
Oh my God.
A New Year's
Yay.
Day baby. That's amazing.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Can-
All my best to you, your little boy.
Well,
That's
can I
so
say
amazing.
something as a January
Sure.
baby myself?
Yes.
If you celebrate Christmas, his birthday means something. My birthday gifts always sucked.
You should talk with
Oh,
my friend whose birthday is Christmas Eve.
Oh, God.
Yeah, my friend's birthday is Christmas Day, like December 25th.
That's
No,
such
I
a...
will. In
And he hates
Norway,
it.
Christmas Day ain't nothing here. It's just a day off. Christmas presents are handed out on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Oh,
Really?
So Christmas Eve is the worst day to be born for that. That's one day where you're definitely going to be screwed over. So
Yeah.
yes, it must be on Christmas Day in the.
That's
in the
funny.
States. Yeah.
But just two other movies that I'll say right off the rip. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I love the Guardians, and I love what James Gunn did with them, and I like to see how he leaves it. And it's probably going to be like really sad, so I'm down with that. And Oppenheimer. I kind of want to see how that movie...
I want to see Oppenheimer too. My mom's December 30th too, and I think she probably thinks it's bullshit that I always combine her presents. I'm so sorry, Mom.
Everybody does.
I'm so
and-
sorry.
Does Dune come out next year?
Yeah, no, comes out this year.
That's what... Oh
2023.
my God.
It's 2023.
It really is, isn't it? Isn't it? And
Does it
I'm
come
not
out
going
in 2024.
You know what's not coming out in 2023? The Winds of Winter.
That's a good. I know. I'm a terrible, terrible daughter. I did send her I sent her a whole bunch of gifts though, so I feel like I sent her at least 3 gifts. So I feel like I'm covered for like Christmas, birthday, and I guess like some other present. So it's
And if it helps, she's probably used to it by now.
it's true. She is. Okay, so what other movie is coming out, Andre? Tell us more.
Yes, moving on with the list. We left off at Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3 May 5th.
Mhm.
May 19th, we have Fast 10 or Fast X.
Oh
That's just
my
the
God, there's
marketing
more
title.
of those. Oh no.
I still
Okay.
haven't seen even one of them. And then, this is going to be fun for us YouTubers. On May 26th, Disney's The Little Mermaid.
Oh dang! I'm not watching that, but yes, it would be. It would be great for us.
Well, I'm obviously not watching it, but we're going to have fun with it anyway.
Yeah.
And,
Wait. You know what? I will watch it. I just won't. Jack Sparrow's gonna help me out. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
we're going
ahead.
to surf shark it.
Yes. Surf. Look at surf.
So I took my kids to the movies, and one of the trailers was The Little Mermaid. And my 5-year-old daughter goes, "Something's wrong, Dad." something's wrong with her. And I'm like, oh God, she's going to say this out loud, isn't she? And
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, what, honey? And it was hilarious because she goes, her hair's messed up. It ain't red and it's weird. And I was like, okay, at least that's where she went. I was like, well, it's like a little different take on it. And she goes, yeah. And she seems a little darker. I started dying.
Tell me you
Oh, that
recorded
could
it.
have gone a lot worse.
I wish I did. I did.
No.
Because sweetest kid, my 5-year-old's the sweetest kid, and she meant it in the purest way, like from the mouth of babes. And it was
She
just
would have
like,
totally got you canceled. That's
Oh.
amazing.
yes, it would have been awesome. I canceled myself anyway, so why not?
There are many kids that would have gotten many parents cancelled if anyone were there with the camera over the last few years. So yeah.
Valid
You
point.
guys, Scott's daughter is way, way more based than he is. So you definitely want to subscribe to Sporking News Podcast. Because,
Thanks,
I mean,
guys.
come on.
Yes.
The daughter's
And,
really based. Go ahead,
moving on
Andre.
with the movies. On June 2nd, we have Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man, across the Spider-Verse.
No.
June 9th,
AKA Miles
Miles
Morales.
Morales.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we have on June 9th, we have Transformers Rise to the Beast Wars or something like that. Can't quite read it here,
Does
but
it
anyway.
Looks
Does anyone
terrible.
care about this?
Oh, you know who does? Lethal Lightning, and he is disgusted in what they did to the. Like, I guess Beast Wars was a 90s cartoon that was really.
I like Beast Wars.
Okay.
Beast Wars was great.
Then you will hate the trailer. You will hate the trailer.
sad.
He went ballistic. I was laughing so hard.
Oh.
I liked Bumblebee. So
I did too.
yeah.
I've heard really good things about
It
Bumblebee.
is
I haven't seen
really
it.
good, I
Yep.
will say. But unfortunately, the idiot producer, Lorenzo Di Bonaventura, he's very, very skeptical going in about Bumblebee because it didn't have the brain-dead action of the Bay movies. So he was
Oh.
very receptive to any kind of criticism of the movie for lack of action. And lo and behold, on the whole planet, there were like 3 people that complained that, oh, this sucked. It was like emotion and story and stuff. We just want Bayhem.
Yeah.
They took that very seriously. And
Yeah.
they decided, no, we're not going to do any more stuff like Bumblebee.
Right, and that's how we get
Ooh.
Beast Wars.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Really quickly, I just remembered another one that I really, really enjoyed in 2022. Highly recommend. And we are actually going to review that on this channel with several people, including Latino Slant. That's
Oh,
coming
cool.
up. Pinocchio.
Oh
uh,
yeah.
the-
Yeah.
I trust you mean Guillermo del Toro's
Yes.
Pinocchio.
Yes.
Yes.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio
Yeah.
was exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it, and we're definitely going to review it and talk about it. But
Sure,
did you
sure.
see it, Andre?
Not yet. I'm looking forward to seeing
Yep.
it.
Fantastic.
But I've only had so much time to watch movies, and
I
that's what
understand.
didn't quite,
I understand.
make it.
I have it downloaded, and I will be watching it very soon because I just love his. He is imaginative. Like,
It's so good, Scott. It's
Yeah.
so good. You're gonna love it.
Okay,
Okay.
awesome.
Sorry. Go ahead, Andre.
And then on June 16th, right now, temporarily, before it's moved, well, probably won't be moved anymore now, The Flash.
Oh,
Which
God.
isn't going to do anything to anyone
Blech.
because it's now a dead end. And then we have on June 23rd, Pixar's Elemental, which I know nothing about, but probably is another woke disaster.
Probably another gay movie. Okay.
I saw
Probably.
it's about like a girl who's flames and everybody else is water and this and that. It looks weird.
Yeah. And speaking of, June 30th, Disney's downfall continues with the release of Indiana Jones and the Pick of Destiny, or rather the Dial of Destiny.
That one, that's gonna be a big movie though. Like not that I'm gonna probably.
Oh, we're
hate it,
definitely
but,
gonna. Yeah, we will.
But it's gonna be a big movie. I wonder, like, what the reception's gonna, meaning like what the box office, how it does. I think it's
All
gonna
I
do
know
well.
is this. I have my sources, which are usually just Midnight Edge. My sources tell me that they literally are going to go back in time and wipe him out, and she's taking his place.
His sources that are like right here. His name is Andre.
Literally. That's the joke on my channel. It's Midnight's Edge is my source.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, but in this case, though, the most recent rumor is that they're doing a new ending, so maybe that ain't true anymore. So we shall see. But
I know.
it was definitely true at one point in time.
That
So,
Mangold guy went really crazy talking about how, like, it's all a lie. Like, you guys are
This
all
movie
lying.
broke James Mangold.
It did. It really did.
Just ask Matt Kadish, who forever after shall be known as the Mangold Slayer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then July 21st, we have one which I think could be interesting. Barbie.
Okay. That I'm watching.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be just wacky.
I'm
This is
watching
the
it.
movie that we at Midnight's Edge actually did a mini documentary about, because at one point in time, it was set to star Amy Schumer as Barbie. Yeah.
Thank God they changed that.
Oh, yeah.
I
Absolutely.
forgot that. I forgot
So-
about that.
So I don't know anything about the movie since then, but we learned everything about it in the Sony hack, which I'm surprised at how few they went on a deep dive through the leaked Sony emails. I mean, some journalists did, but I only found like gossip. They didn't find the really cool, interesting stuff, like what they were planning to do with all their upcoming movies, the shit behind the scenes of Ghostbusters. So yeah, look our videos for the lowdown on that. But anyway, so that could be interesting. The one I'm definitely interested in, July 21st, Oppenheimer.
Yes, I'm very interested in watching
Yeah.
that as well.
Yep. I mean, the actor, I'm blanking on his name right now. I just had it in my head.
Cusack.
Yeah, the main character. He's just
Oh no, sorry, not
Yeah.
Cusack. Sorry about that. He was in the previous Oppenheimer movie,
Right.
not in this one.
right. Wait a minute, I'll get it because, well, anyways, he is everything he does. I like. I just think he's the dude
You
from
mean Christopher Nolan?
no, the actor who's in
The actor.
Peaky Blinders.
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy.
Yeah,
Dude,
I love that guy.
he's fantastic, and there's so many people in this movie. I really think it can't miss. I mean, you got Robert Downey Jr., Matt Damon is Matt Damon, but like Emily Blunt, Florence Pugh, who you love her or not, she's a decent actress.
She's hot.
Yeah, she is, and Josh Hartnett. Like, there's a bunch of different people that I think it'll be a great ensemble.
I agree with you. And welcome to the stream, Demagini.
Hello there. Welcome.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Congrats on the 20K. That's awesome sauce.
Thank
Very
you.
happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you sent me that link, I was in the middle of cutting my hair. So yeah.
You cut your own hair?
Yeah, man. I gotta do that, man.
Oh, let's see.
So it's a little light Caesar, you know.
What you got going on? Okay, all right. Looks good. I like your hat.
Oh, nice hat. Yeah. Nice hat. What's going on, Andre? How you doing? I think the first
Wow,
time.
your mic is a little hot, brother.
I'm
You're
doing
just
good. How's it going? Good to meet you.
Is it high? You say?
yeah, it's a little loud. I'm sorry, man. I don't know if maybe it's me, my side. I apologize.
It was fine on my side, but
Okay.
Is it better now that since you took it?
Yep.
away?
There you go. I apologize to Majinai. I'd never mean to interrupt a pimp. My bad.
That's all right. I got my powder in the other room just for you. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Yeah, good to make your acquaintance. And,
Yes,
greetings.
I've been on the channel, on your channel, but not with you, with Tom and everything. But yeah,
Before.
Is that funny? It's like we all kind of know Andre, but like sometimes he's not around, so we're all like, yeah, it's Andre.
Time zones for you.
well,
It really does.
And
Okay, so what's next, Andre?
I just have to give a shout out to Shadow Chaser in the comments, because I just saw the username, and I was going to say Shadow Chaser is my favorite guilty pleasure franchise of all time. Frank Zagarino for the win.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I even know that one.
It's four of them.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up.
The best one is the second, Project Shadow Chaser 2, also known as Night Siege, from 1992. It's Die Hard meets Blade Runner meets trashy 90s direct-to-video sci-fi.
You won me.
Glorious.
Wow.
It's
That
my
sounds
favorite guilty pleasure franchise. And I just Shadow Chaser. That's just like, yeah, that's my
Wait,
jam.
is that okay? So 6 terrorists and an invincible android take
Yeah, that's
president's
the one.
daughter
That's the first
hostage
one.
in a high rise. Okay,
That's the one.
that sounds incredible.
There
Okay.
you have like the Die
It
Hard
really
versus
does.
Terminator in the image of Roy Batty from Blade Runner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This looks great. I would watch it.
And the first two, they have some of the best movie scores of all time. I just have to say.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
seeing-
blown away by the music for them.
Seeing the VHS cover, I remember this now. I never saw it, but I remember the cover because I always thought, wow, that looks really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. It's really trashy and really cool.
Nothing better.
Yeah, exactly. But moving on, July 28th, speaking of trashy, oh my god, here we're going to have the worst movie of the year. Marvel Studios, The Marvels.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Content, baby.
I will say this though, I'm kind of interested in Quantumania only because they're finally going to be introducing this big bad that we're supposed to be getting, like diving into him a little bit more. So let's see what they got.
You mean Kang?
Kang.
Yeah. I'm still of the belief that how do you go from Thanos to Kang? But that's just me.
No, dude, Kang is a badass in the comics, but I'm just worried what they do with it.
Yeah,
that's my fear. I said the same exact thing, man. Like this is them introduced. This is one of maybe the most important movie of the franchise since the first Avengers. Like this is very important to see if this franchise will move on.
The Ant-Man is? Oh my god, that says a lot about where the MCU is.
I agree with this. I'm also cautiously optimistic about Ant-Man. I think that one has the chance to pleasantly surprise because expectations are so low.
Hey, Teresa.
And with enough of Kang in it, who was the highlight of Loki, that can be good.
Yep.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey, congratulations, girl. 20,000.
Thank you. Good to see you. And Happy New Year, Teresa. I feel like I haven't talked to you for a while, so Happy New Year.
Thank you. Well, I've been sick. I've been really sick. Remember when I said I was sick? It turned out it was the coronavirus.
Ooh, no.
Yeah, it hit me like a truck again. But you know what? It was fine because, it's just like horrible flu, but it really knocked me out.
But you're okay now? You're better?
Oh, fine. Yeah. I mean,
you sound good.
Oh, yeah. Sure. It affected my voice a bit. I mean, basically there was about a week just where you just really ached all over and coughing and all that. I mean, I wasn't in danger or anything, but it was miserable and I had to quarantine and it was
the whole thing. I
had to miss some concerts and that was kind of rough.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh well. But I wanted to enough about me. Remember you were on the very first live stream you were on was on my stream.
No, it wasn't the first one.
Oh.
It was I think it was the third one.
Oh, sorry, that was fake news.
That was the third one because I was on the Queen's Council was my first one. And then I think the second one was Drunk 3PO's channel with DJ Scandalous as the other guest.
DJ.
And then the third one was yours, and that was the quarantine nights.
Quarantined Minds, yes.
Quarantine Minds, that's right. It was so cool. And you introduced me to so many people. So yeah, it's been a while, man. What a ride. What a ride.
Wow.
So I'm glad you're here. Now we're listening to all the movies that are coming out this year and what we're looking forward to and what we're not looking forward to. And once the list is finished, we'll get to yours and demogenize things that you guys watched this year that you enjoyed and what you're looking forward to.
Almost there. We're seeing the end now. July 14th, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, I think it is.
Okay, that I'm definitely looking forward to.
Hell yeah.
Like theater there. Like I'm there.
I mean, this
may be the
alone.
first Mission Impossible I'll see in a theater.
Same. I mean, the stunts alone. I mean, the man goes for it. So you got to watch it.
Yeah. Also filmed in Norway. Just had to say
Gotta throw
I
that
won't
in
be
there.
too jingoistic, but it would be. I'd be remiss not to mention it. And then August 4th, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. I know Tom is definitely not looking forward to that one. I couldn't care less. August 18th, Blue Beetle from DC.
Which one is that one again?
Well,
That's the one. Miguel
Kid-
from
Karate Kid.
from
Yeah.
Karate Kid is
from
gonna be on.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Well, from
Solo.
Cobra Kai, yes. Yeah.
I can't wait. I want to see it because he may be. So it's a standalone. They say one off, but the kid is hot right now. So if he does a good job, which I could see him like the character. I feel like he's perfect for it. It could be something fun that they can maybe add to. Like I could see James Gunn doing like more Blue Beetles because
what I got from this right now is Scott doesn't really care about the movie, but he's hot for Miguel.
Look at the
what I
kid.
got for.
He's
Okay.
handsome and he should win the girl.
That's totally fine.
That Lorenzo girl's forget it. He loved you. You can play that almost every 5 minutes for me. So
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Andre.
Yeah, and then we have Craven on October 6th.
Oh wait, is that the Marvel
Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's the
Sony.
Venomverse movie.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the
Venomverse.
Sony.
I have dubbed it the Venomverse.
Yes,
because
that's
that's
even
so
better.
much easier to just call it Sony's Spider-Verse without Spider-Man. That's
Yep.
adjacent.
I
to the
still
MCU,
hate that.
Not really part of it. So Venomverse for sure.
Venomverse. Okay,
Copyright
so
mismatched
Venomverse
edge.
Craven, but the last one, Morbius, sucked.
yeah, but
yeah,
Aaron
it was bad. It was
look,
bad.
Aaron Taylor Johnson though usually doesn't pick really terrible roles. The dude is a great actor. He like his version of Quicksilver was all right, but the kid's a great actor. So
Wait,
I'm
who? He
Kick
My
ass.
question is,
he was kick ass. He was
he's being this?
yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson. He was
Oh,
in
okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
You would know him definitely.
Yeah.
Nina. I'm trying to
but
think
I'm
of
looking
it.
him
Here's
up
my
right
question.
now. Okay, yeah, I know
Are
him.
they
So
having
he's gonna be Craven.
Quicksilver in
Yeah,
in Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
so my question is, are they gonna have him be a Craven without Spider-Man in it? Is that what I'm
No.
hearing?
No,
Yes.
Or Spider-Man's
Yes.
gonna be in this?
I think it. Okay, so we had a little theory on my show last night. Tom was bringing it up that he thinks this is going to be like an undercover Andrew Garfield Spider-Man or an undercover. It could be because like that would be the perfect Sony Spider-Man for like a Craven. Like I would love to see Andrew Garfield get a Spider-Man back, and I think people would watch multiple Spider-Mans if it's the guys we like.
There are
Wow, he
rumors
looks
that
totally
the
different
Venomverse
with hair.
takes place in the Andrew Garfield
Yes.
Spider-Verse, so that's the same continuity.
Yep.
This is something that Sony can decide if they wanted to go that way, they can.
Because like, what would you do with Craven if he's not hunting Spider-Man? You know what I mean? Like
But you could say the same for Venom.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Well, that honestly that pissed me off because
Yeah.
Venom is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. How the F do you have a Venom movie without Spider-Man? I don't give a F. What you
Demont
call
and I
yourself
didn't
for.
even watch it because I was like, how are you gonna have Venom without Spider-Man?
He
I just didn't
literally-
watch it
like,
because I was like, I don't
you know,
even care about this.
Like people don't understand. Like for you to understand this, and me being a comic book guy, he literally has his powers. He's as strong as he is because he was attached to Spider-Man.
Mhm.
He's just not strong like that because of whatever. The symbiotes take parts of the host that
Yes.
they have, and it adds to them. He is the way he is because of him being attached to Peter. And by the way, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Miles Morales is Miles
we went through
Morales.
that. We went through that. We went through that.
Okay, what's next?
Next, we have Dune Part 2.
Woo!
on November 3rd.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm
that's
looking
a
forward
good
to
one.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one, and I hope it'll do good.
There were some haters on my stream last night called it a snooze fest. I was like, what?
I can't
thought-
blame them.
I loved the slow burn. I enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed
the director, he really went overboard with the slow burn, though. And having read the script for that movie, I was a little bit disappointed because he obviously went for being pretentious over telling a cohesive story, because the story and the script was more cohesive than what was there on screen. So he chose to go overboard with it. I'm like, oh, look at me, what I can do as a director.
There was a couple things.
I'm hoping for the best.
But I mean, we're gonna get more Skarsgård. We're gonna get more, like of the Emperor. So this better be like that slow burn. Better be the payoff.
Better payoff.
Dune 2. Yeah.
Florence because this time there ain't no pandemic to hide behind.
Yeah, you're right. No pandemic.
Or rather, lockdowns. Because let's be honest here now, after the fact, the problem was never the pandemic. It was always the lockdowns.
Yeah.
And there are no lockdowns to hide behind this time, because if I believe that if Dune, and I liked it, but had it been released under normal circumstances, it would have underperformed, and we would never have gotten a part 2. This is a new lease on life for it. But now it's going to have to perform on its own, because there ain't no lockdowns to hide behind. Ain't no day and date HBO Max release to use an excuse for why it didn't perform. So now it has to deliver for it to be a part 3, and this is meant to be a trilogy, a 3-parter.
Yeah, it better freaking perform. All of you out there better go see it, because I want to see part 3.
And then December 15th, so we're almost home now. Wonka.
What?
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka again?
Yeah. Another one?
A Wonka prequel movie with Timothée Chalamet.
Oh God, that's right. He was doing one. I forgot about that. That really fell by the wayside because I totally forgot about that movie. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. That's it.
No. December 20th, another Ghostbusters.
What?
Double check that.
Wait,
right.
what?
It's not even named yet, but that's December 20th, 23.
Wait, like an Afterlife one?
An
like
Afterlife
another...
sequel.
Part 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh,
all right.
I liked Afterlife.
But that's something that they can throw together in no time.
Right. But this will be totally the kids, right? I mean, the kids.
So.
And...
I don't think they're going to bring back.
Yeah.
We don't know.
But we don't know yet.
Probably. And then...
I'm sorry. I was going to say, honestly, I wouldn't mind it just being the kids because they passed the torch properly. See, they didn't come in and say, hey, screw you guys. We're not going to put Luke, Leia, and Han together. It's only going to be Rey and the rest of them. And who cares about the older guys? But what they did is they did it right. They passed the torch properly in Afterlife. And I think since they passed the torch properly, I think if they did do a new one with just the kids, I wouldn't be so upset. I just wouldn't be. That's just me.
I'm the same way as you, Dimajana. I think they finally did kind of like pass the torch. So I would like to see more of the old cast. Obviously, like that was my main problem with the first movie, not first movie. I mean, like Afterlife was the fact that I felt like it was a little bit like lacking of the main cast. Like it was too very small. It was like the last 5 minutes that they were in, and I was just like, I wanted more of that. But hey, that's what we got, and I can see them doing more though because of kind of like what they did with the end credit scene. So I can see like the black dude coming back. I could see that.
I also maybe like hooking up with Paul Rudd and then the kids help, because I can't imagine the kids being Ghostbusters.
That's true. Yeah.
I could see Paul Rudd now finally getting because he was such a super fan and like finally being a part of it.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Although I'm kind of over Paul Rudd as a person.
I love him.
No.
I love him.
He went way too much with the political stuff, so I was just kind of like, ugh.
I don't even know. Let me tell you something. I've been kind of like I use Twitter just to promote stuff or whatever, but I just step away from it a little bit. Every now and then I'll dip my toe into the cesspool, but I try to avoid that because it's kind of played out to me at this point. It really is. The whole back and forth with people. I'm trying to make this money. That's what I'm about. I'm trying to make this money.
I'm addicted to it. I like the high blood pressure and the ulcers.
no.
So
Okay, well,
I'm Team Demongenai on all of that.
I know you are.
I've been doing that the last few weeks, and I've been a lot happier.
I'm going to share with you guys why I'm down on Paul Rudd.
Really?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, here we go.
Speaking of blood pressure.
No, not that I went down on Paul Rudd. Get your mind.
Wow.
That's how
Get your
rumors
mind out
get
of the
started.
gutter.
Wow. Nobody
here we
was
go.
thinking that, Nina. Get your
Clip it.
mind out of the gutter.
Yeah, I don't know that anyone was thinking that, but they put it out
Filthy mind
there.
out of the gutter.
Oh my God, I thought that's what Scott was insinuating. Okay, here
I
we
didn't
go.
even say a word.
Yo, what up, Dogs? Paul Rudd here, actor and certified young person. A few days ago, I was talking on the iPhone with my homie, Governor Cuomo, and he's just going off about how us millennials need to wear masks
boo.
because, get this, apparently a lot of COVID is transmitted by us millennials. No cap. So Cuomo's asked me, he's like, Paul, you gotta help.
Wow.
What are
I
you,
love Paul.
Cringe.
26? And I didn't correct him. So fam, let's real talk. Masks? They're totally beast. So slide that in your DMs and twitch it. Vibe check. Yes, queens like ourselves. We want to go to bars. We want to drink, hook up, do our TikToks. I get it. I'm not going to preach at you like some celebrity. Ugh. This is a combo where I talk and you shut up and wear your mask. Well,
He's such a...
What a
oh, hi, Billie Eilish.
douche.
What's that? You're wearing your mask? Man, I want to stan you. You're so my bae. Yo, listen, hype beasts. Masks protect you and your dank squad. Because caring about other people is the new not
I'm
caring
getting
about it.
secondhand cringe syndrome right now.
Now that's thick.
That is.
You want a challenge?
Oh,
How about a
I'm going to
stop
put on
the
a mask
pandemic
right
challenge?
now.
What about that? What about a save Brooklyn challenge? That one for you? Name is Paul,
Scott.
and I'm 6 feet tall almost.
Oh my
And
God.
I wear my mask, and
I
it's
love
all I ask is that you wear your mask. Please wear your mask. Just wear a mask. Just wear a mask. It's
You're not
easy.
even
It's
wearing a mask,
simple.
so shut up.
Please.
Okay.
It's not hard.
Now
Here's the
I'm
thing.
mad.
Hundreds
Now-
of thousands of people are dying, and it's preventable. It's
Yeah, the masks
preventable.
don't do
Just wear a
anything.
mask. I shouldn't have to make it fun.
Oh,
it's
for-
science. It's science.
God.
I'll show you science.
Actually, it's
boy.
anti.
Okay,
And
now
that is why.
if he
Wait,
didn't
wait,
finish.
oh wait, it wasn't over, guys. Hang on, I
no.
fucked up on this. It wasn't even over. Hold on.
I'm losing the will to live.
It gets even better. Hang on. Here we go.
Dirty ass mask.
Ew.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Who would have thought
Oh,
wearing
what the-
masks would be a problem?
I do love that show,
Not
though.
me.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Oh.
We gotta yeet this virus. Oi.
When was this made?
2021.
Okay, he
Oh,
would.
okay.
I would have been all right with it if he didn't get that last angry part. Like, F you, Paul Rudd, for that. But still, I love him. I do.
Honestly,
All I wanna say is
a real talk. Like I work in retail, and every time I see somebody with a mask on, still, I'm like, I just give them the side eye. I'm like, that's all. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. I just give them. The
I'm just explaining why I was like, you know what? I'm over Paul Rudd.
I'm just gonna say one thing.
Mhm.
We need
Please.
freaking Nuremberg trials.
Yes,
of
we
all
really.
of these
Please.
fucking people.
Yep.
Thank you. Yes, that's
And
exactly
this
what we
and this
need.
guy that's just saying wear a mask, that's the least
Yes.
fucking offense. There's others there.
Uh,
that-
Andre just put it this way, and it's not even just the government. It's platforms. It's
I'm
media.
not gonna get Nina demonetized.
No,
I'm
I
just
won't.
gonna-
We'll go to.
No, it's fine.
We'll
It's
go to
fine.
my
I talk about this
channel.
stuff all the time. It's all good. It's just it's very. I'm just saying. I wish all celebrities would just shut the fuck up, because that way we could at least enjoy somewhat of your shitty movies. Because it's not like you guys are coming out with great movies anymore anyway.
Right.
Because back in the day, I could be like, well, I could still love Mark Hamill for being Luke Skywalker. And now it's like, look at the state Star Wars is in. Look at the state, Marvel is in. I can't even make excuses for these people anymore.
I would
Yeah.
say at this point we're beyond them needing to be shut up. At this point, they
Yep.
need to be held accountable.
Amen, sir.
And face hard time in jail.
Yep.
Yeah.
For political reasons, they ruined. They ruined a generation. My kids are behind because they had to stay
They
at home
ruined the
and have
generation.
me as a teacher.
And they're guilty of freaking murder and for
Yep.
literally destroying people's lives.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, Andre, come on my channel, guys. I'm
Every
already
single-
demonetized. We'll talk
Every
about it.
single person that used their platform to say, you need to, how do I put this? You need to get the treatment. They all need
Agreed.
to stand trial for murder.
Thank you for the congratulations, everybody. I really appreciate it. And Scott,
Yeah.
you have to leave us.
Yeah. I said I'd jump on just for a little bit. It's been a crazy, hectic weekend. So
Thank you for coming on, man.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it. No, really, Nina, congratulations. I love you. I love your
love you too.
channel. I love hanging out with you guys. And I'm glad that we've been hanging out for as long as we have. And I can't wait till you get another 20K, because you will. And I will ride your coattails all the way.
Absolutely.
to
You're
my
more than
5K.
welcome to.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate your friendship. You, Jane, Miss Martin Muse, Andre, all you guys. Like, I met so many cool people, Damaj and I, and the whole Dark Council. Like, to be able to hang out with you guys is something I never expected would be a joy of my life, but it is. You know what I mean? So thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Have a
and
good night, brother. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. God bless. Love you all.
Catch you
Peace.
next time, bud.
Peace
America.
out.
Later.
Subscribe
America,
to
up here.
Sporking News Podcast, everybody. He's awesome, dude. His daughter's way more bass than he is. Make sure you subscribe.
His daughter's based. More based.
I have to drop out any moment here now too.
Okay,
but before
Andre.
I do the final movie of next year, another one that we can safely ignore because it's going nowhere. Aquaman.
Oh my God. Man, that is like dead in the water.
That's
literally.
December 25th of next year.
You
Wow.
Is the credit release date.
You know what's
Dead
funny?
on arrival.
It's funny you mentioned that with that movie. This is the fundamental flaw of what James Gunn did. Great, you're taking over. Cool. He should have been working on his stuff on a DL. Wait till all the movies is gonna come out, and then say stuff like this. Because what he's essentially did is said, why would I spend money on seeing movies that you're gonna say is worthless? That's essentially what he just did.
Yeah.
Why?
Fair enough, yeah.
Why would he do that? That's just to make no sense.
I was like, that's what I was saying right when you came on, Damaj and we were talking about Guardians too, and I was or Guardians 3, and like I was saying how I feel like some people might not go see it now because they're mad at what he did with Henry Cavill in DC. Like me, for example, like I'm like I was so excited about Guardians 3, and then now I'm like, maybe I just won't go see your shitty movie because you got rid of Henry Cavill. Like because people are like that, they get swayed.
That was a dumb move. He could have easily just did what he was going to do and then put the movie out and then say, okay, by the way, Henry's not here. Or better yet, he should have just left Henry Cavill. That's basically.
Or just keep him and Gal Gadot, because everybody else like really didn't care about anybody else.
Yeah.
And Aquaman doesn't even look like Aquaman anymore. So like, who cares? But yeah, Andre, do you have to go now?
Yeah, I do have to go now. So I just want to say thanks for having me again. Congratulations.
Dude, thank you for coming on.
Your success. It's been a pleasure to see your channel grow further, and I can't wait to be here for the 30, 40, 50, 60K and onwards.
Thank you so much, Andre. I really appreciate you. And of course, everybody check out Midnight's Edge. And I'll be on there tomorrow night for Toxic Femininity. So definitely.
Fantastic. All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Have a great one. So
Happy New Year.
Year.
Take it easy. Happy New Year.
Likewise. Happy New Year.
Amazing. That was Andre, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to Midnight's Edge. Thank you, KB. Thank you, everybody. In the chat out there. We're gonna have a couple more people drop by. I think I sent out a link to a bunch of people, so I think there's still gonna be some people coming through. But Damaj and I, tell me what you liked during both of you. Teresa, what did you guys like to watch in 2022? What were some of your highlighted movies or incidents, even like if you had something like amazing happen to you that you're like, I want to share this, please. And
so I'm gonna tell you like this here. Yes, Top Gun was like basically one of the highlights of the year. As far as movie wise go, you said Doom wasn't even this year. Doom was last year. I was the Batman this year? Was that this year? Or was that last year?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. I think the Batman was
I didn't
this
mind.
year.
I didn't mind the Batman. I didn't, honestly.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's not bad.
What really has been dominating my time is for entertainment has been either anime or just straight up gaming. Honestly,
Okay.
those are I'm.
So, what's your favorite anime that you watched this year?
Honestly, it's been a couple of times, but I'll say what's really been My Hero Academia. You can't go wrong with that. I love that anime because it's literally X-Men. It's basically like that. People don't understand. Like they're not reinventing the wheel over there. They're literally taking what we were doing here as far as your Marvels and DCs, and just basically doing what we were doing. That's basically what they're doing over there, and it works. But My Hero Academia, Chainsaw Man, and I will say Spy Family. I freaking love Spy Family. That is such a great anime. Really do. It's very wholesome.
I haven't watched those because I'm sure you know me enough to know that I want a good ending, or at least an ending, like not necessarily a good one, but just an ending. And none of those shows have an ending yet. So so therefore I haven't watched them yet. But I will if you watch them and you tell me like they end and you're like, yeah, it's got a great ending, I'll watch it. I'll be like, okay.
Oh,
I did watch. You recommended Castlevania to me, and I did watch that.
I was about to say they have the spinoff coming out for that. I don't know if it's this year. It might be this year coming out. Well, this year,
2023.
I'm tripping. We are in this year.
Yeah.
I believe it's supposed to come out this year. So,
yeah,
I'm looking forward to that because I really like Castlevania. I mean, especially since the fact that Dracula and Alucard don't die, so you still have them.
Yeah.
Have the kid, the Belmont.
We totally just freaking spoiled it for everyone who hasn't seen it.
Oh, come on, man. If you didn't know that was happening, you should have known they were smashing.
By the way, Latino Slam, check your DM. I just sent you a link if you want to come join us. Teresa, what about you? What did you like anything this year? Did you watch anything? You were like, oh my God, this was so good.
Yeah, the surprise of the year for me was Maverick. Because everyone was saying it was so awesome, and I'm like, okay, this is one of those things where because we're so used to things sucking, and because it's only half suck, people are going to think it's great, and I'm guilty of that too. But oh my gosh, I was blown away. See, I saw that in the cinema with 3 generations. My parents, ourselves, and then the little people that came after that they're teenagers now. It was amazing, and I cried. I
gotta watch it, man. I still haven't seen it.
It was really good, and seeing it in the cinema, the fight scenes and really poignant moments. It really was a very, very solid sequel, and probably the most entertaining new movie I've seen in the cinema since the last time I saw John Wick. That probably was the best one.
Ooh.
John Wick 3. So there was that, as well as Cobra Kai. I still love Cobra Kai.
Yes,
that still delivers for me.
Good.
Cobra Kai was great.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it too.
Fantastic.
But we still don't have a season 6. I'm so annoyed. I'm like, why?
I know. I'm getting nervous. So I'm thinking I might have to do one of those, kind of go half psycho and start like a petition and start spamming the director.
Like, what is going on with this? I'm very concerned that we don't have a date yet.
Yeah.
For like, there was no announcement for Cobra Kai season 6.
Season 6, yeah. And I think in the way that it's going, you can tell that the season 6 is going to be the last one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it was only supposed to be for so many seasons. And then I heard they're supposed to be doing a spinoff. And did I not hear that they're supposed to be doing another Karate Kid?
I've heard of that, and I think it's a terrible mistake.
I heard they're gonna reboot the movie, and I was like, why would you do that unless
why would you do
finish
that?
the series? Like, first of all, you got to finish the series, and
Yeah.
why would you do that at all? Like, I mean, Mr. Miyagi.
It's not like like
there's no way you're gonna get
another.
Miyagi.
The last time they did that was Jaden Smith, and that was terrible. Even though I like Jackie Chan, it was terrible.
Jane, thanks for the super sticker of a Paragon. Keep it up. Thank you. You're so cute, Jane. Why aren't you here hanging out with us? Come hang out with us, Jane. Come hang out with us. But yeah, like I'm
Shout out
just
Chase,
worried
yes,
about
reboot does equal laziness. You're correct.
I'm worried about the fact that we don't have an announcement for season 6, which is kind of wild. Like, because it's one of their most famous and well-known shows of Netflix, like
Mhm.
Netflix originals or whatever. I don't understand why they haven't renewed it. They must know that like there's a lot of fans that are waiting for this. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's one of those
Yeah.
crazy things.
Yeah, it's driving me
Yeah.
mad. Well,
Yeah,
well, like I said,
it's
let's
about
start a hashtag. Let's start a hashtag.
it's
Yeah.
about as intelligent as getting rid of Henry Cavill for DC. That's about
Ugh.
how that is.
Oh
That's
my
the
God.
dumbest
Demont,
thing
I
I've
tell
ever
me a
heard.
little bit more because you're like really into the DC stuff. So tell me a little bit more about your theories of what is gonna happen like in the DC universe now. Like what do you think James
I mean,
James Gunn's gonna
I'm
do with the
kind of
next
lost
Superman?
because what he should do, what he should have done anyway, what he could have kept Henry Cavill and should have been fine, is utilize the Flash. The Flash is your get out of jail free card because he can
Mm-hmm.
alter
Yes.
timelines, right?
Mm-hmm.
All you had to do is utilize Flash, and you could have kept Henry Cavill in there and do whatever. Now, here's the thing that some people were saying, which I was super annoyed by. They say, "Oh, well, Henry Cavill's 39, right?" He's like, "Oh, he's 39 too." I says, "Dude, do you understand?
Sorry.
Hugh Jackman started out as Wolverine at 32. He went on to play Wolverine for 17 years. He is going to reprise Wolverine next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's 54 now. He still looks great. I'll give you one even better. Chadwick Boseman, rest his soul. Me and him are the exact same age. He would have been 46 had he still been alive. You gonna say he was too old? Like, come on. Like, y'all wilding out saying Henry Cavill's too old. 39 is not old.
Yeah,
No.
they're just pulling it out of their butts. And that man, he's going to be perfection when he's 98.
Exactly. It's like, give me a break. Like,
Mhm.
as if movie magic hasn't been done before, where they're like, oh, like they make you like look a little bit younger or whatever. Like,
They're literally bringing
get the
out
fuck
Harrison
outta
Ford
here.
to do Indiana Jones again. Come on.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, the shitty part, or like it's like as if they're like taking everybody for a ride because they're like, oh, we're not doing an origin story anymore, but we're still doing young Superman. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, you're either doing an origin story or doing young Superman. That's
Which you
basically
don't need.
both.
Honestly, and this is the one problem. And I'm not. And by the way, Nina, I am not. I'm not the biggest aficionado with DC, but I will say this: as far as comics goes, this is the fundamental flaw with comics. Because with comics, right, and comic book movies, the difference that you have is that with comics, Bruce Wayne can be Bruce Wayne since the 1930s, right? Because
Mhm.
comics don't age. Bruce Wayne could be himself, Clark Kent could be himself, Captain America could be himself, all that stuff, right? The problem is that when you have actual actors, they are going to age out of a position. It's just the natural occurrence of things. So, with that being said, they keep doing this reboot. How many Spider-Mans have we had? We have 3 so far. We have 3
Mhm.
Spider-Mans. How many Batmans do we have?
A
So
lot.
many, right?
More than-
How
Yeah.
many Supermans do we have? Superman's not so much because people forget one of the things they have a problem with Superman is that they say, "Oh, it's kind of hard to write him because he's overpowered." When I tell you this, it's the same. That's the same BS excuse I heard about Luke Skywalker because when they first did The Force Awakens, they said, "Oh, well, when Luke Skywalker's in, he takes you from scenes. That means you don't know how to write." Because
Mhm.
in the
Mhm.
books right behind me, that stack you see right there, that is the EU that I have.
Hang
And
on,
guess
hang on. Let me zoom
oh,
you in.
oh yeah, right here. Right back here. All that
All
stuff
of
right
that.
there is the EU, right? That's
Mhm.
my EU books. And in those books, Luke is overpowered. However, he's not overdone. They
Kathleen
have
Kennedy told me they had nothing to draw
yeah.
from.
And by
Bull-
the way, I only have about 30 books there. There's probably over 100 books of the EU. I have about 30. So it's the same BS excuse when it comes to Superman. Oh, he's overpowered. It's kind of hard to write him. Then you don't know how to write. Simple
Yeah.
as that. You don't know how to write. Simple. Same thing
Mhm.
with Luke Skywalker. But my point being is, we've had so many versions of the superheroes,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna have them aging out that you keep giving us the same story over again, over again. Thomas and Martha Wayne always get shot. Bruce Wayne always, Superman always comes from Krypton. You got to move on from that. And how do you do that? What's the easy way to do that? I always say, do the James Bond tactic, because James Bond has been James Bond regardless for the X amount of time. But technically, he is the same James Bond. Change the actor, keep it moving, keep telling the story. That's it. Stop with the remakes, the reboots, the young versions of them, all this nonsense. Just keep telling the stories. And at some point, and especially in Marvel's case, they skipped. They basically went from like the golden age, basically much, skipped all of this to go to Marvel, all different Marvel, which is why we have the Marvels coming out. Because they skipped all that great stories that they could have been telling and gave us the quote unquote MCU. That's what we have.
Oh my God. And speaking of really handsome gentlemen of the universe,
Listen.
here is
Nina,
Andrew from Legal Mindset. What's going
my
on?
time is over. My time is over. I'm ready for a black female Bond. I'm ready for a trans Superman. Let's go. Let's do it.
I'm not.
Get out.
Nope. Yep. Boo.
I love you.
Come on, I had to make you laugh. I mean,
I know. I'm joking. Love you, man. Happy New Year.
Hey, happy New Year. I'm
sir.
enjoying my second day here, freezing my ass off in Seoul. My heater broke, so I'm waiting for the repair guy to get here. But it's good to see you guys. Happy New Year. Hope you're having a great one. And Nina, I just noticed a 20K. And notice that this morning. Congratulations. You've worked your ass off.
I
So
did. Thank you.
I just want to say it's a result of hard work and consistency and just being yourself and getting your message out there. And you're one of the people with the most positive messages on YouTube. So I always do appreciate your channel.
Thank you so much, Andrew. And we met basically in 2022, and so I'm really glad to have met you. And I reached it like last night I'm like, oh my God, when was it now? But like right before I went on Nick's New Year's stream, it was like
That'll do it.
It was like
That'll push you.
no, but it was like I did it before I went on there, and I was
before.
like, oh my God, yeah, like right before, and I was
Okay,
like,
good.
And it was
You
just
do not need to inflate Nick's ego. It's already high
No.
enough.
I did it myself. I was like, yes, like it was really cool, and it was a really cool thing. So I went on his kind of like celebration stream after, and that was awesome. And Nick's just an awesome guy, and I'm so
Nick is
appreciative
cool.
of him and everything he did for me throughout the year too. So it's just been a really cool year. I've met a lot of cool, wonderful people like Andrew. So Andrew, tell me about what was some of your favorite movies or shows that you watched in 2022, and what are you looking forward to in 2023?
Oh man, movies, and then I mean, do I have to stick to Hollywood, or can I like go
You can
go weeb? Can I conclude anime? Or,
I'm in Asia. He was talking about anime 2 seconds ago.
Okay,
so
okay,
yeah,
all
you
right.
can talk anime, whatever you enjoyed the most that like came out in 2022. Like what was your favorite?
I will say, and I think that Miss Martin Muse has said this earlier. I will say of movies, trad movies, like very normie movies, Maverick was the far and away standout of 2022, where I did not even know. Honestly, I wasn't even following when it was going to be released. I just all of a sudden heard from Valiant Renegade. He said, "You got to go see it." And when somebody says that to me, and it's somebody I trust, which is the only way I see a Hollywood movie anymore, is if one of you guys tell me it's really good and it's not woke, and then I'll go see it, right? I don't take a chance anymore because that's a waste of 3 hours of my life where I could be doing something more productive. So I went to see it, and I was so happy. I was like, this is what Hollywood could have been doing for years.
Yep.
And they've failed to do it. It was amazing. Nice to see you.
What's up, Paulie?
Hey.
Hey, Polly.
Hey.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
Happy New
Polly.
Year.
Hey, feliz
Your
año.
mustache is growing every time I see it. Just a bigger mustache.
It's the toxic macho coming out.
I
Just
know.
month by month, this shit's
I
growing.
just trimmed mine.
Mustache, my God, you look amazing.
Órale. Thank you.
Rico Suave has arrived.
Okay, wait. Andrew was telling us his favorite movies and stuff of 2022. So Maverick. What else, Andrew? What else?
Okay, if you want to go wholesome, because we'll stick to wholesome for a second. You know,
don't have
I mean,
to. I mean,
no.
Like you don't have to talk about
Nina,
porn, but
it's a gradient. It's a gradient.
Wow.
We're gonna go
She
there,
said
right?
you went all the way to porn.
So we're starting.
I mean,
we're starting there. We'll end at the
Okay.
hentai, all right? So like, look,
Sure, okay.
we'll start. Okay, so starting Maverick was great, and then switching to anime, Spy Family. I think that was
See?
one of the
There you
hugest
go.
things.
That's what
And
Javon
these-
and I
My
said.
These
man.
people
My
coming for
man.
Spy Family because it's got an actual father and mother in it taking care of a child. That's not even their child, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Listen,
they're-
it's not your bae like that. She's just bae. I'm just saying.
well, it's just a wholesome show. Like at the end of the day, like you can watch that with anybody. It's a good show. It has good messages. It's positive, and it's like I don't see why anybody can hate that. And the fact that some people on the internet go out of their way to try to hate on that show is frankly, it's vile to me. It's such a nice, good, wholesome show you could put on for your kids and it'd be fine.
Well, that's pretty cool. Here's another suggestion. Kenneth Dowling for 5 says, "Hi Nina, hello everyone, happy New Year. Hope you all had fun. Saw Avatar 2 last night. Loved it. Surprised how much I enjoyed it because no one's mentioned Avatar 2 yet, and that did come out in 2022.
Have not seen it. Was explained the plot and didn't understand why like one space whale isn't worth the lives of 10,000 humans." But I mean, that was like what they were just trying to explain the plot to me, and I'm like, sounds like that's a good deal. But yeah.
So happy New Year, Kenneth. But I didn't love Avatar, but I didn't love Avatar the first one, and I sure as hell didn't enjoy the second one as much as you did. But I'm so glad you enjoyed it though, and that's all that matters. Okay, so you didn't see it, Andrew?
No,
did you see it?
No, I did not.
No, I had no intention of seeing it.
Teresa, you didn't see it? Paulie, did you see it?
Which one?
Avatar 2.
Oh yeah.
Did you like
Loved
it? There you
Absolutely.
go. There you go, Kenneth.
There you go. We
Paulie
got
loved
somebody who
it.
like. But
Well,
here's I say real quick before
ahead.
before you continue with the Avatar. I just want to say as far as to piggyback on the Spy Family. The reason why I find that so wholesome and I have such an attachment to that because it kind of reminds me of my situation I had with my goddaughter, which by the way, she just left South Korea because her husband is military, so they just left there. They just came back to the States. So big shouts to my goddaughter.
Appreciate the service.
Yes, and she was like my little Anya. You know what I'm saying? So when I see that anime, it kind of just gives me that warm fuzzy feeling. That's why I like it so much. But yeah, that's all I want to say. Continue, Paulie. That's it. Sorry.
Oh no! Listen, I was just gonna say that it Avatar 2, legal. It did its job, man. It entertained me. I was amazed by the whole effects and all that stuff. It was with good company. Had fun, and that's it. Yeah, I could poke holes at the plot and this and that, but I'm not going there to watch. I'm not going to Avatar to watch Shakespeare.
You're not going to watch a plot? Is that what you're going to say?
The problem for me is, and here's the thing. I don't hate on other people having fun and enjoying a movie. If you want to enjoy a movie,
sure, of course not.
You go do that. That's you, right? Like I'm not the guy that's like, you're wrong for doing this. Because I've been so into what Cameron says, and that it's sort of, I think earlier before I came on, I was getting coffee and I caught you talking about Paul Rudd and when people get involved, when people start getting involved in politics and start making a political thing, James Cameron himself and some of the stuff he said, particularly the stuff he said about men and toxic masculinity and all this stuff, that bothers me on a level where I'm like, I'm not going to give this guy my money personally. You guys, anybody else wants to do it?
It's weird though, legal, because like he says that stuff, and the movie was like actually pretty good with regards to like men and fathers and stuff, which is really weird.
So why make the statement and alienate people?
Yes.
Just don't make a statement, which is what they were trying to do at Disney before, and I think they've withdrawn that protocol, right? But I'm happy if other people are happy.
Legal. That's totally valid because I think, and Nina was saying earlier while I was listening, is you just wish actors would shut the F up at this point.
Yes, just shut up.
I so get it. I think we all have our different lines that we just won't cross, or like they did it. That's it. And it's really weird what because me, Nina, I'll go see anything.
Sure. I
But
know, but Polly and Chris Gore are movie whores. They'll go see anything. It's
Well, and
true.
that's the thing. If
I
you're a
saw
movie guy, you're
Avatar
a movie
with
guy, right?
Chris
You know?
Gore. I saw Avatar with Chris Gore.
Of
But
course.
the movie Babylon, I will not go see because the lead actor in it, one of the lead actors, is from Mexico, and he took a big shit on Narcos Mexico, the TV show that brought him up.
Oh, really?
And that is a huge no-no in my book. Talking shit
which one?
about
Babylon?
yeah, the new Margot Robbie. It's a flop. But but for me, legal when and you know Hollywood, they loved that headline, and they like Variety, Deadline, Babylon Star says Narcos tells lies about Mexico. And I'm like, dude, shut your ass up. They gave you the role. You wouldn't have been recognized if the filmmaker says he saw him in Narcos. Like all these gangster films, you do a great job. You have a career. Ray Liotta, Al Pacino, Gandolfini, Tenoch Huerta, Diego Luna. Who do you think you are? And so that really got me to where I will not go see that movie.
That's crazy because Polly will go see anything. Okay, Polly will go see anything.
But here's the thing,
if he's telling you should shut the fuck up, then man,
shut up
and act.
Fucked up. You gonna fucked up.
Everybody has a line, like you said. Everybody has something that they hear
True.
somebody say, and if you, like you say, you just shut up and you don't say it, you'll offend nobody, and you can do whatever you want in your private time. Like nobody gives a shit what charities you donate to, what political candidates you donate to. Just don't make your work about something like that. I mean, that's all you got to do.
Happy New Year, John Burns, for $2.79. Thank you so much for the $2.79, buddy. A Happy New Year to you too. And Paulie, I was just telling everybody earlier, I don't know if you heard, but I was saying one of my favorite movies of 2020.
I know what you're gonna say.
You know what I'm gonna say?
I'm gonna cry.
Say it.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Yes. And I was saying that we are going to be reviewing it together with Latino Slant. Paulie's going to be there when we review it because it was an amazing movie. Did you see it, Andrew?
Is it in theaters? I've not seen it.
It's on Netflix. It was in theaters, but now it's on Netflix. And
I can catch it on Netflix. Yeah.
I highly recommend it. It is a wonderful movie. I thought it was so good. We're definitely going to be reviewing it together, Paulie.
Yep. The aesthetics of that movie were so, like, the way it was such like a traditional little Italian village, and the church, and the man crafting the crucifix, and that was me. That's my culture too, and it was just like this reminiscent, and the music was gorgeous. I know we're going to review it, but I bawled all the way through that movie. Happy tears, sad tears, and the ending was so good.
I can say that it was the epitome to me of the idea when somebody says like reimagined or something with regards to a known property. This is how you do it.
Well, legal. Go see it on a big screen. If you got a big screen at home with a good sound, it is a masterpiece. Oh yeah. I mean, on every emotional, technical, visual, audio. I mean, he got Kate Blanchett to play the voice of a monkey. I mean,
but I mean, he worked on that movie for 10 years. It's an incredible 15 years. It's an incredible undertaking. What he achieved was it's magnificent. It's a magnificent work of art.
I got to see in the movie theater. I was very lucky to catch it, and during the credits at the end, I was crying, and then I got out of the theater and I called both my parents.
Oh,
Martin Muses. I mean, you guys know why. I mean that movie. Wow.
This was also a really good movie, by the way. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That was a great movie. Another indie movie. This was an indie movie. Did you see this one, Mindset?
I've heard of it. I think I'm just making sure I check it, because I will say the place where I watch a lot of my movies is frankly on flights now. So I think I caught this one actually Yes, I did actually.
Michelle Yeoh.
Did you
Yes.
like it?
It was good. Yes, I did remember
Yeah.
liking this one. Yes, yes.
What about you, Demonjana? Did you see Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I have not seen that as on my things to watch list. It definitely is.
Okay, definitely watch that and Pinocchio, the one that we were just talking about, was really, really good. John
Which
Burns for
Pinocchio was that one?
229
Sorry.
says going to dinner at ALTA braised beef and Yorkshires. Ooh, that sounds
Nice.
great, man. Enjoy your dinner. Yum.
Like, yeah, they're in my top 5. 5 is Top Gun. No, or Elvis, and then Top Gun, then Everything, Pinocchio, RRR. That was my top
Wow. You know what's weird is I started watching Elvis and then I had to turn it off because it was like in the middle of the night.
5.
But man, that guy really just embodied Elvis. Like, holy shit. I was really enjoying it. I didn't turn it off because I didn't like the movie. I turned it off because I had to go to bed because I started it at like way too late.
Yeah.
But I did turn off a movie last night though, you guys. I was like, what the is this movie? Why does this
What
movie
movie
exist?
was
I
it?
hate this. It's called Bones and All with
Okay.
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, I heard of that.
I'm not going to see that.
It sounds
No.
stupid.
Oh my
So
god.
what was the problem? What was the problem here?
The movie is about cannibals.
Oh
No joke.
God. Nope.
Well, you don't lose me immediately at cannibals, but like continue, right? You don't lose me immediately. Like
Okay,
what else happened,
okay,
right?
okay.
That's hilarious.
Proceed,
Cannibal to
proceed.
cannibal.
I
Cannibal's
didn't
fine.
watch
Yeah.
it long enough to like figure out, but the story is basically like this girl, she's a cannibal from when she's like a baby.
Are we talking American
And-
cannibals or
Ew.
like Polynesia? Like where are we at? Right
No,
now?
no, American.
Okay.
American cannibals.
Degenerate. All right, got it.
Yeah, like,
He
and
said
she's,
degenerate.
but not really because she was raised in like a good household, but she's like a genetic cannibal, which made no sense. And they're
That's not a
called like
thing.
eaters. I know it's really weird because she was a cannibal when she was a baby. Like, it made no sense.
Oh.
And then she meets this dude. I had to turn off the movie because I was like, I can't watch this. Like where, like, I feel like sometimes movies, like, I don't know, we're all energy and vibrations. And like sometimes like that movies bring you down, man. And I was like, I can't watch this on like New Year's fucking day. Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here with this movie. I had to turn it off. It was just
That's a
not
good
my
move.
cup of yeah.
That's
it
a
was just
good
not my
move.
cup of tea. Like, if you're into like crazy horror that's like really weird, you might like it. But it's basically called like drama horror. And it's
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a bizarre movie that I did not like. Darren, thank you so much for the $20. That is so generous. Says happy 20K for 2023. He put 2023 Canadian. Thank you.
Nice.
All the best for the next 20K, 200K, and so on for infinity and
Nice.
beyond. Thank you, Darren. That is so sweet. I really, really appreciate you. One of the OG fans, Darren.
So you know, I'm not a fan of like the whole gory, like horror films. Like, what really scares me is stuff that's like the unseen. Like, I forget what movie it was. I think Anna Paquin was in it, and it was a movie like where she like got stuck in hell, but you really couldn't see. You couldn't see hell, but it was just like basically the part of hell that you were in was just the fact that it was just darkness and you couldn't escape it. I forget the name of the movie. Stuff like that kind of scares me because
like
that's more-
psychological thrillers.
Yeah.
like when you talk about, oh, I want to eat your arm off, like, come on, man, I kick you in the face before that happens. Come on, that ain't gonna work for me. You know, that doesn't make
well,
sense.
that's why
you know,
that's why things like The Omen, you know, that movie still is the creepiest movie.
you know what
that
I
I've
can't
ever
watch
seen.
I love
to
that
this
movie.
day. You know what I can't
What?
watch to this day?
What?
The Exorcist. I can't.
Oh,
As a
really?
kid-
Oh,
As a
Really?
kid,
That's a classic.
I watched
As
The
a kid,
Exorcist and I
that shit
judged
scared
it.
the hell out of me. I still can't watch that movie.
I can't
That's
watch it
me
late
with
at
my
night.
Why?
It's okay. I've got some holy water. I got a whole stash.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's so
What
funny.
I can't
But
watch
that
that
Nina?
late at night. I cannot.
The
watch that late at night.
Fly. I can't watch
Oh,
that
the
movie.
Fly. Oh, which one? The old one or the new one?
Yeah, the old one with Jeff Goldblum. Like,
Well,
because
that's not the old one. There's a one before that. But yeah, that is the older one.
the old-
Probably
That's the middle
probably
one.
a Jeff Goldblum problem.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like I watched that movie when I was way too young, and like I can't even see Jeff in anything anymore. Like I couldn't enjoy Jurassic Park because I was
Speaking of
like,
which, did you like that movie, or how do you feel about the last one? I watched that recently on a flight, and I was like very underwhelmed by it.
I haven't seen it.
The last Jurassic Park.
Like
I mean,
the
they
Last
tried to do
Kingdom or whatever. No.
Yeah, they tried to do
Dominion.
they tried to do the ensemble cast with everybody from the first Jurassic Park in there, plus the new people, and having.
I
those
haven't
moments.
watched it. I haven't watched it
either.
Well, if it's on a plane, I fly all the time too. I need to maybe look that one up.
It was okay.
That's a good way to catch.
They
bad
just have
movies.
all the Jurassic Parks, so like you just catch like all of the new arc of movies.
My friend John Talks is a huge Jurassic Park fan, and he said the last one, the latest one, was better than Lost Kingdom, and that it was okay. Like it was okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
It was better than the previous one, but that's not my standard for good.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was better than the previous one
bar.
because everybody hated the previous one, the Lost Kingdom or whatever. Like everybody thought
didn't see
that was
that one.
shit.
Really?
That's why Maverick was so amazing, because everyone's expectations for movies have dropped to absolute dog poopy.
Shit.
And
Yeah.
I don't know how hard you want me to go on your channel.
Oh, you
But-
can go hard. It's fine.
Okay, yeah. So the expectations are dog shit, right? So when you get something that's truly good, it just blows your socks off because
Yeah.
there's no competition.
That's
zero
how I
competition.
felt about Avatar because I'm like, okay, Avatar has great graphics, bar none. Sure. Like, I'm going to give that one, right? But plot wise, like, dude, there's so many plot holes and there's so many problems with that movie that I'm like, okay, I feel like the standards have kind of fallen.
And
when it
Nina,
comes
that's
to
why
movies.
I believe people when they tell me it's good. But have I had people tell me this is a revolutionary, like they changed their life because of Avatar and the message?
That's
moved
not
them
going to
emotionally?
happen. It's
No,
called
I've heard
Dancing with Smurfs.
Yeah, I've heard it's good and it's visually appealing, which is what, by the way, the first Avatar was.
Which is
Correct.
fine. I mean,
Right.
a movie,
Which is fine.
It can
Which is
be,
fine.
yeah, like it could be a visual movie.
Right, and that can still blow you away, but
Right.
like on rewatch, if you go rewatch it again and again, you're like, oh, okay, this is kind of lame, the story.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
exactly.
still psychologically disturbed when I watched The Ring. That movie changed my life.
Yes. That
Ooh.
movie, like that first part when her friend was in the closet. I watched that at night, right?
Which one, The Ring?
Immediately
The
after
Ring.
watching that movie, I had to watch Cartoon Network.
Yeah. I actually went on a
I had
first
to
date.
grease my eyes out.
Yeah, that was the first date, and I couldn't go out with the guy after that because I was just so disturbed. It wasn't
Oh,
fair.
no.
but
R.I.P.
I just
guy.
couldn't handle it.
R.I.P. guy.
Oh my God.
Yes, exactly. I hope he had a nice life.
Teresa, you haven't even seen half of it because the American version is not even
The Japanese version.
remotely as scary as Ringu, which is
Aren't
the
you in Japan,
original
Legal?
Japanese version. Oh
No,
my
close enough though. I
God.
appreciate the similarity. I'm in Korea. It's close enough though. Don't tell the
Yeah.
Koreans that; they'll get angry.
Yeah.
But no,
Well, you all look alike, so I don't know.
we do look alike. Yes, my fellow Koreans such as myself look very similar.
I'm my Rose. I don't think I look very Korean.
No, you don't. Real quick, John Burns for 279 says, "Any explanation for the human centipede?"
What?
What?
What do you want to say about it? I actually watched the the first the movie, right? And I thought it was
I've never seen it.
interesting, right? But
That's
sort
a
of
horror movie.
trying to
Horror
be
movie,
the
yeah.
extreme, right? It's trying to push the boundary.
Right.
You know,
That's what I felt like with this cannibal movie. It was like, okay, it's going to that extreme. Like it's like, oh, I'm just gonna. It's basically like a let's make cannibals like misunderstood. And I was
no,
like,
see,
what?
no. I don't want to empathize with them. I want them to just go full, like go into it, right? Like if you're gonna go there, like Hostel, for example, just go there, do the gory thing, and do it for the sake of it being the gory thing. That's fine.
I would like for you to watch this movie now just so I can see if like you'd be like, oh no, that was a great movie, or you'd be like, that was fucking stupid.
Bones and all. I'll
Bones and all.
attempt to
Bones
watch
and
it.
all.
I'll attempt to watch. Is it on Netflix?
No.
I'll find it.
I think
Either
it's on
ways.
Prime.
Talk about a in-flight movie recommendation. Romy saw. We just got off the flight today. She saw Smile on the plane.
Oh, that's the freaky movie, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah, like there's a
Ooh,
horror
yes,
movie.
It was on the plane. I'm gonna be flying in a few days. I'm gonna catch it. How is it?
She
It's
loved
good?
it, and it's very like it deals with mental illness. It's very disturbing. So I love
Ooh.
that. So now I want to see it.
See, I saw commercials for that, but like in the weirdest, most bizarre way possible. They were putting like weird, freaky, smiley people in like crowds of sports, and
Oh,
with
that's
like the
good.
thing that says "smile" on them, and they're like going like this. And I'm just like, why are these people so freaky? Like, what the fuck is this? And it was like promotion for Smile, like Smile the movie, and I was like, that's a great way to promo your movie. So I was like, I kind of want to see this, even though I'm not into horror. I thought that the promos were really smart. So okay, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check that out. Demogenize, John Burns wants you to check out Repossessed. Leslie Nielsen.
It's a spoof on The Exorcist.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it'll
Well,
make you
want me to tell
laugh.
You want me to tell you something though? Real talk. So The Exorcist I couldn't watch. However, there's a scene in Angel. Big shouts to the old school Buffy and Angel shows. There's a show on that where the kid was possessed. It was literally like The Exorcist. However, what made it different was the fact that it was kind of like it kind of was more like it wasn't like so realistic that it didn't bother me as much. But like the way the Exorcist made it, they made it like it was almost like something that could happen. You know, like even though whether you believe in the spirit realm or not, but that's a whole other story. But that's what makes the Exorcist so scary for me. At some point, I'm going to watch it. I got to get over that. But I'm just saying, like, I just have not watched it.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
I saw parts of it as a kid, but it terrified me as a kid. That's why I didn't watch it.
They're going to be doing a remake of The Exorcist this year. I believe it's coming out. And
why?
Not gonna
I'm
work.
very judgmental about it because you
Well,
can't.
that's funny because I'm just in the private chat. I'm sending you a
I
note.
Well,
Demogeny, there's it was based on a real case, so you should watch the documentary about the real case.
Yeah, dude, the real case is nuts, Teresa. I read about the real case.
At it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a boy. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Woo!
oh my God,
I think that
so cool.
I heard that as a kid. I heard that it was supposed to be based off of a true story. That's another reason why it freaked me out more than anything because I come like my at least my mom. My mom's super religious like that. So it's like
based is loose. So
that whole situation with the possession and stuff like that. That just kind of like nope. I'm nope. Nope.
Speaking of Nope, I saw Nope. That was that in 2022.
Yep, sure
That
was.
should have been. Yeah, that should have been.
Yeah, I think I
About a
watched
half
that.
a year ago.
2022.
That was an interesting movie. I wouldn't say it was shit or anything. Like it was like I thought it was okay. It was
well, it was a Jordan Peele film, so that's one where like
it was better than I expected.
Okay,
Like I was like I
Really?
wasn't expecting much. I was because I enjoyed his first one aside from the ending.
What's that
Get
movie?
Out.
Get
I
Out.
like Get Out.
Get out.
Yeah.
I never
And
saw that either.
But then I heard like Us and the other one that he did wasn't that great, so I didn't watch those. But I watched Nope, and I like because I love alien stuff. So like whatever
Oh,
there's
it's
like
based off of
aliens. Yeah, this is supposed to be like an alien kind of movie. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this, and I did, and I thought it was okay. Like it was it had a little bit of problems here and there, but like it wasn't as woke as everybody thought it was going to be. Because there was like all this stuff around that movie where like, oh, like he's not gonna cast white people in his movie.
Yeah, that was
or,
stupid.
like,
I hate when people do stuff.
Once
like
again,
that.
but that's the one statement, and this goes back to exactly what Paulie said earlier. You make one statement like that, and you kind of taint the pool for no reason. Like, why do you gotta say you can't? Just in fact, if that
but
was
there
what you're
was
gonna
white
do,
people in the movie. Like it was just weird. I was,
right.
it was
Right,
like, what
but
the
why
fuck?
not just do that? Like, if you actually believed in that, like, then just do it and don't tell anybody, right? You know,
Exactly.
make a comment about it.
You know, and that is a perfect. That's perfect thing you say there. Is the reason why I say I try not to, just get myself involved with Twitter and everything. It's this whole thing that people got to share everything, and the celebrities got to share everything. Like they got to share their policy. Listen, my main thing is that look, I'm neither Republican or Democrat. Everybody's welcome to my channel. That's how I feel about it. I don't like. Because that's the one thing that people forget. Like, if you are a Republican, liberals buy just think of it. Liberals buy your stuff too. If you want to make the most money, you gotta have everybody buy it. And that's the one thing. Like I have friends who are in the music industry and like in the hip hop stuff, and like you don't become platinum. You don't get a platinum hip hop album if it's just the people in the hood buying your stuff. You gotta have the white kid in the suburbs buying your stuff for you to get platinum. So that's the thing people don't understand. You can't sit there and say, "Oh, I don't like you because of this or because of that," because that's the stupidest thing. Because by the way, we're all human. If you go back far enough, we all related to somebody. Just
True.
think about that.
That's why I still joke about how I'm cousins with Lorena, because I'm like, I feel like Lorena and I are cousins. Like,
Well, Lorena
somewhere
has
down the
about
line.
she's related to everyone with
I know.
her ancestry.
Now,
going
wait a minute.
back
So,
to Nope. Oh, sorry.
yeah, go ahead, Polly. Go ahead.
We started it and we just like kind of it didn't hook us in the first 10 minutes. So we actually stopped watching it.
Oh wow, you shut it off like I did with like the bones and
Mhm.
all.
That's a
So-
good rule though. That's a good rule. If you're not like engaged, then you just disengage from it.
Right.
Yeah.
And we
That's
know,
a good
okay, we
Wonder
know
Woman.
this is supposed to be good. Okay, we're not into it right now. We'll watch it some other time. So that was our
Okay.
nope. That was our nope.
Yeah, because that happened to me, Polly, with another movie that I was like, I can't believe this is happening to me right now. But that actually happened to me with the new Wes Anderson movie.
Which one?
He's your
The-
favorite.
I know, The French
one?
Dispatch.
I didn't mind French Dispatch. I thought it was okay.
I
Yeah,
started
didn't think was
watching
bad.
it, but I watched it. I guess I was on an off night, and I was like, I can't watch this right now. Like it was like one of those
Mhm.
things where I was just like, I can't. Like I couldn't pay attention properly to what was happening, so I was like, I got to go back and revisit. I know this is gonna be good because it's Wes Anderson, but I got to go back to it. So now I got to go back at some point.
I got
mentally
a funny
prepare
one
myself.
for you. So you said how things don't catch you in the first 10 minutes you out. How about something you wasn't expecting captures
Okay.
you? Now, by
Okay.
the way, this is about anime because we talking about
All
anime.
right, let's go
Just
back.
think
Let's go
about this.
back. I'm ready. I got it.
Here's the deal. I do not like football. I'm not a football guy, aka soccer.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
I know.
But
I
let
know
me
what
tell
you're
you
saying.
Supported soccer.
Let me tell you something. There is this anime called Blue Lock, bro.
Yeah, Blue Lock. That was a
Bro,
and people were
I'm
making comparisons
invested.
to the World
I
Cup
am
on that one.
invested in a soccer anime.
Yeah.
That's the one thing
Dude.
that the Japanese are killing us with. Like there's a genre of anime for everything. There's literally a dope anime about freaking cooking. I want y'all to understand
Yep.
that. There's
Yep.
an anime about cooking and they are blowing stuff up. But
It's
I am
true.
not interested in freaking soccer in the least. And then Blue Lock got me hooked. I'm like, what?
That's amazing.
Okay, Damaj and I, stop everything right here. The second you said football and I perked up and you confirmed it was soccer, I don't like anime, but I love football.
Mhm.
And if you could send me a link or whatever, because I don't understand the words you're saying, I'm interested. I am so interested.
Oh,
Yeah.
Teresa wants to get into anime. This is the
It
first
really
No,
anime
it
is
is
she's ever
anime.
watched.
He just
It
said
makes it
football, and I'm
accessible.
obsessed.
No,
Yes.
but you'll love it. You'll love it because the
You'll
thing
love
is,
it.
people
Anime's
think that
great.
people think that anime, when they have this idea, oh, it's targeted towards like very infantile children or very
No.
young people, or it's all Pokemon. And then they
Uh-huh.
watch something and they're like, wait a second, this is like thought provoking. It has a story and it has an arc. And most importantly, they just removed the modern day politics is not really in there. The only thing you'll get is maybe themes, like maybe it's anti-war or maybe it's pro
Yeah.
something. But that the theme is so in the background, you don't
Mhm.
feel it in the foreground like you do in everything in Hollywood, pretty much.
So what's this movie we're talking about? I want to write it
Blue
down.
It's
Lock.
an anime.
It's a series. It's a series.
Blue Lock?
Blue Lock. Yeah,
Blue Lock,
Blue
yeah.
Lock.
Okay.
Can you put it in the
it's
private
got
chat?
football.
Hey, can you
Oh,
put it
Blue
in
sure,
the
sure.
Lock.
Blue
Blue
Lock.
Lock.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
type it
just
in it for
put
you.
the-
Okay.
By
I'll
the
just
way,
write-
Andrew, who's
Yeah,
that
that's-
in your background?
That's just a soju model. I just put that. I actually got to change it out. I got another one. I got a binder full of women. I'm like the Mitt Romney over here.
Oh my
But
gosh.
Wow.
that's just a soju model. But I got another one up here. I got to change out for this one. But I try to
Wow.
keep it rotating because I'm
She's
over
so
here
pretty.
in South Korea, and I try to say this is the standard BMI in South Korea. And when I point out that to folks that are in America, I just say, listen, we've got some problems we need to talk about. So, anyways, also just like to have something aesthetic in the background. These are the moon rabbits, though. That's a Korean folktale, so I try to keep that in the back.
Nice.
Nice.
Ooh,
nice.
that's a
Very cool.
Korean
Yeah.
folktale. That's
They
pretty.
actually, so there were like three animals. There's like a monkey, a snake, and a rabbit. And there was like this god that came down in the form of a beggar, and the beggar was asking for some food. So the snake got some, little small animal. The fox went out. There's a fox that went out and got like a rabbit, and the rabbits themselves, they couldn't get anything but grass. So they put the grass in the fire, and they're like, "Yo, you're hungry. We're gonna throw ourselves on the fire for you." So they yeeted themselves for this guy to eat, and the god in the form of the beggar was so moved by that they put them in the moon. They believe that they see them in the moon. So that's the tale.
Wow, that's
there.
an awesome
Yeah,
tale.
That's
it's a pretty
really deep.
yeah. So anyways, that's why I have that up there. And
See,
a
they
friend
need to
gifted
make
that to
more
me.
movies about stuff like that. Like, why can't you be original and play that
Well,
movie?
and you know what, Nina, you hit the nail on the head right there. So I know you probably heard Eric July say it. I've said it before. Africa is a huge continent that has its own folklores, its own fairy tales, all the stories you can. All you got to do is be bothered to go and find out these stories and tell them. But no, you want to tell us stories about Anne Boleyn, who's black, who's not black. Like, come on, bro. Like you that's insulting to me. And by the way,
Even worse, what tribe did they pick in Africa to highlight? The Dahomies.
Exactly. Right?
Literally the
Homie tribe,
slavers.
right?
Like,
so, for me, and that's the other thing, like I say, you go back far enough, we all relate. Like I my descendants is like Irish, I have Native American, and I have black, right? So I don't subscribe to this they're different because of their pigmentation in their skin. We're all humans. But at the same time, listen, if the story is told a certain way, if it was for a certain, demographic of people, tell that story how it is. You're not impressing me by saying, "Oh, I want to change this to a black person to appease you, Demogeny." No, you're kind of pandering to me, and I don't need you to pander to me. How about you impress me? Find a story that is of African folklore and tell that story.
Yep.
It's not hard to do if you really want to tell the story.
Here's the other thing too. Tell it faithfully and tell it in a way that is actually the original, and don't try to modify it, right?
Right.
Don't
to
try
the modern audience.
To the modern audience. Just
Quote,
make
unquote.
the story well. That's it.
Oh my God.
So
Real quick, Teresa has to leave us. So Teresa, thank you for being here tonight. Happy New Year. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
And before you leave, though, tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me here on YouTube at Miss Martin Muses, where I talk about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. I'm going to be doing some more Letters of Tolkien and other content, new content every Wednesday at noon of the new year, and some book discussions on Saturday, live streams.
Yay! And you can find her sometimes on this channel on Sundays, where we review movies together. So there we go. Thank you, Teresa. Everybody sub to Miss
Bye, my friend.
Thank you for being here. Nice seeing you all, and have a happy new year.
Take
Safe
care.
travels.
Okay, bye.
Okay, let me drop Teresa's link in the chat. Teresa, hold on. You guys can talk.
Okay.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
I was gonna say. So
go ahead.
listen.
I love the twirl. The mustache twirls of this.
You know he's winding up right now.
If there has been one disappointment and at the same time revelation from last year, was this whole Wakanda Forever Mesoamerican garbage. And it was never about Namor and the Submariner. It was never about a fantastic story they can tell. What was it about? Well, they're telling you right now, because they're going for these awards and all these bullshit accolades. It's the first female Marvel film to make $800 million. It is the only film of Black and Mesoamerican depictions. You can take all that and you can stuff it up your ass, because it is probably the most offensive portrayal that I've seen of Latinos, if you don't want to call them that, indigenous, that I've ever seen. And it simply blows my mind that that people keep on trying to ascend garbage. And so when you're talking about this now, let's say that they had a great story. It's still not good enough, guys. You still need to tell. You still can't just tell a story for Black people, for Latino people, for Korean people. That's just not how. That's not good business. You have to tell a story for everyone.
Correct.
For everyone to get in love. I mean, look what you just recommended. Was it Blue Luck? I mean, it's anime. You know, it's like very specific where it's from.
Yeah.
But they tell amazing stories. That's why it's more popular than any Marvel comic book and all that stuff. So yeah, Nina, that was like my watershed moment.
I was dude, I was surprised because I heard Mikey go off about that same thing on Midnight's Edge. Mikey, aka Mexican Iron Man, he was not happy with Namor's depiction. I
don't
wasn't
like it
either.
either.
I mean, I thought it was freaking terrible, and I know because I know the Mexican culture pretty well now. So I was like, "Ooh, like that." There was a lot of problematic moments there, and then I was like, you know, and I heard you talk about it, Paulie, and I was like, you know, it's really sad when people that they want to pander to like totally reject the idea. They're like, no, like this is not for us. Like you didn't make this for us, and it's just. It just really sucks. And I was surprised. I gotta say, Polly, I was surprised that you didn't like it because I thought, like, you know, because you like a lot of things. You're pretty easygoing. Like you're like, you know, I'll watch this. It's good. I'll enjoy it. But you're like, no, I don't like this shit. And I'm like, even Polly doesn't like it. Like this is like terrible. Like,
you're setting the bar. Yeah.
Well, look, I
easygoing,
spent
though.
almost 2 years covering every announcement about the film. Someone in the chat is going off on my opinion. That's okay, but I don't come to my opinion overnight. I spotlight, I cover Latino entertainment day in, day out for years now on the channel. So I'm not just making this shit up. I'm a huge Tenoch Huerta fan. I've been talking about Tenoch for years, and then he gets this role. Okay, so no one was rooting for him more than I was.
I know you. I remember we had discussions where you were like, "I'm rooting for this guy. I love this dude. He's great. He's gonna be great at this role." I remember that.
And he wasn't. He wasn't. No,
he wasn't.
no.
It was terrible.
You see Tenoch and other stuff. You're gonna be like, God, they made him really weird and lame in this film.
But they also took his dick off.
Well, listen, they cucked all the men, and there were barely any men in this film.
But
it's part of the MCU formula.
That's the
MCU
problem.
formula.
They have to. They cannot.
And yeah. I have so many problems with it's you know, I've done videos on it, all that good stuff. At the end of the day, it's just my opinion, but it's not just me. There's a lot of people that you know felt that way.
It's not.
A lot
just
of
and
people
Paulie, I want to piggyback on what
film.
you just said
they
too.
did. Listen, it said 800 million. That's inflation money.
Yes,
over 40% of the original audience did not come back.
Exactly.
They wanted nothing.
That's
to do
right.
with
Correct. And I saw both, and I can tell you right now, the first Black Panther, you know, I enjoyed. I know that third act was a little weird with the CGI, but I enjoyed the film. This film, I paid my money and went to see this movie, and I was not impressed by it because I was of the mindset that they should have recast T'Challa. They should have done that. Period. They should have done that.
So too.
Listen, you don't sit there and say, like, literally, William Hurt passed away, and they have him filled already, just that fast, right? Again, you're gonna take one of the first Black superheroes and say, guess what? One time, that's it, done. How does that sound? And I'm not one of those people that got to be blackity black. No, I'm not one of that. But I don't have to be like that. Entertain me. Your job is entertain me. However, I will see the fact that if you're going to take Black Panther had what? Captain America: Civil War, right? That's when they first introduced him.
Yes.
And then they had the Infinity War. And then he had his own movie, which, by the way, those other ones weren't his focus movies, right? He was just cameo pretty much for the most part of it. But really, he only had one movie. Could you guys imagine you have one Superman movie after? Look, Christopher Reeve was my first Superman. Could you imagine him saying, "Oh, Christopher Reeve died, no more Superman"?
Yeah.
How does that sound?
That's
the stupidest thing ever, right?
Yeah, it is dumb.
That's why I come from that mindset. You know, they should have never said. And by the way, and they try to appease you like, oh, his son's name is T'Challa. I don't care about his son's name being T'Challa. Black Panther should be in a Black Panther movie.
I think they're saying, like, I guess they're trying to say that, like, he's gonna grow up to be Black Panther, and then that's when they're gonna replace Black Panther, which is dumb. It's like, why don't you just do it now? And then
exactly.
It like, sure, he can be Black Panther again later. Paul, you're muted.
And Nina, what was so funny was that the whole Namor and then the Mesoamerican representation was probably like fourth on my list that I didn't like about this film. Demogeny is completely correct. The first thing about this film that I absolutely hated was that they didn't recast T'Challa.
Yeah.
And it showed so much how bad this was. And not to say the actors weren't bad, it's just that
the actors were actually great.
They were given such bad storytelling, such bad dialogue that they couldn't. It was uneven. It was almost like 3 different television shows in one.
Yeah, like the Queen, what's her name? Like, she's great.
Sure.
Like, I
Angela
love
Bassett is
Angela Bassett.
fantastic.
She's fantastic,
Sure.
but it's like, what is that?
Why would you
What
get
is
rid of
that
her?
scene? Like, what is that speech where, like, the fucking, like, the white men come into the, like, the UN or whatever the hell it is, and then she's like makes them kneel down, and you're like, what is this movie? Like, what is
I
happening?
mean, you know what it is at that point, right?
I
You know
know.
what it
It's
is.
like, oh god, it was
But
just so bad. I was like,
Yeah. Listen, there's also a problem when you cherry pick history for your modern agenda.
Audience,
right?
yes,
You
yes.
can't. It's not even an audience. It's your agenda because the audience doesn't
That's true.
know the history.
The audience doesn't exist, Paulie. Because
Right,
if they
but-
existed, they would be making more money than
Well,
they
they believe there's an audience for it.
Yeah.
They,
Well,
it
yeah,
doesn't
that's
actually
what,
exist,
yeah.
right? Yes.
Yeah.
So this history where other Mesoamerican kingdoms weren't enslaving each other, were virtuous, and were untainted is a complete fallacy. And it's in Wakanda Forever. It's in the National Treasure TV show, and it absolutely drives me fucking crazy because it is historically massively untrue. These people hated the Aztecs. The Aztecs made them pay tribute to them in massive amounts, including their own blood, including their own people, their own kin.
sacrifice.
That's why it was so easy to overtake them. But it's like, well, Paul, it's just fantasy, man. Yeah, it is fantasy. Look at Mel Gibson's Apocalypto. That's a great way of being
Yes, that was a
historically
good
inaccurate
movie,
and
yeah.
telling a hell of a story.
Oh,
Right? Oh,
We lost
happened
mindset.
illegal.
Los Angeles.
Nina, when you're so entertaining, you can be a little bit inaccurate. And you say that, and they said, look, it's not a history movie, it's an action film. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I'm talking about Apocalypto, to me, which is the first Mayan action. You want a Mayan Mesoamerican action hero? His name is Jaguar Paw. That character is amazing.
Excellent.
lead-
I've never seen Apocalypto. I think I should see that
It's
movie.
good. That was the one. It was totally in subtitles too, correct? If I'm correct.
It's all in
Yeah.
Mayan. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
great movie.
Did I see
Oh,
that?
the way
Nina,
they-
you got to check it out.
Yeah, and the way they ended it was crazy because it was kind of like it was
Yeah.
foreshadowing of what was to come. The way they ended it.
Yeah.
that was a
Yeah,
good movie.
I didn't see that movie. I don't remember why I didn't see that movie, but I didn't see that movie for some reason.
Yeah, it was
was
good.
something.
It was definitely
Definitely
good.
put on your list. Great
Okay.
action,
Yeah.
set
watch
against
it.
a historical background, but the drive was Jaguar Paw trying to no spoilers for Nina, but
Okay.
trying to he had a clear hero's journey.
Mhm.
It's-
I
it's-
love the hero's journey. Now, speaking of heroes, which we don't really have anymore, I have a random story that I would like to share. There's a hero walrus named Thor. Thor the walrus ruins New Year's celebrations. The massive sea mammal forced the British port town to cancel fireworks. The arrival of the huge walrus in the British port town of Scarborough on the North Sea thwarted local authorities' New Year's celebration plans, The huge mammal nicknamed Thor was seen resting in the harbor area on Friday and had previously been spotted on the beaches of Hampshire in early December, as well as in the Netherlands and France. On Saturday, Scarborough Council, Scarborough Bro Council, wow, that's a lot of bros, announced that it had decided to cancel New Year's Eve fireworks displays on the advice of the British Divers Marine Life Rescue. There are concerns that the display could cause distress to the mammal, it explained. The council's head, Steve Siddons, said he and the others were disappointed the community had to be left without fireworks, but stressed that the well-being of the walrus came first, according to the Mirror. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this walrus's well-being is more important than some fireworks?
I mean, if he's endangered, they're not gonna endanger him. So yeah.
I know. Look at him. He's a big old.
He like, oh, like I like how he chilling. Like, yeah, I'm gonna rock out right here.
He's so
I'm
cute.
gonna rock out right here.
And there's also something to be said about, this being here, this amazing being here, literally stopping and putting on his own fireworks.
I know.
I mean,
he's like, why don't you just watch me? You don't need to watch the fireworks. Look, I'm here. Am I not entertaining enough for you? Look at me. I'm giant.
The thing that gets me is the sexy pose he put too.
I know. It's like, look at this, like the end right here. It's just like, what's up? Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
It was just like a little side. I just wanted to
little feel good.
It's part of the
little
good
feel
news.
good.
The part of the good news podcast.
Yeah, well, I mean, is
Infinite
it
hope.
good news
Podcast.
though? Because he did cancel fireworks,
I
but
mean, who cares about fireworks? You can see fireworks anytime. Come on.
yeah, that's
It's gotten to a
I'm
point
from
where
the
fireworks
Northeast.
yeah.
Fireworks and gunshots kind of like the same thing to me. I'm just saying.
dude. Dogs hate fireworks.
Yep.
Like they can't stand it, and like I feel bad because all the Mexican dogs here were going off because all the crazy Mexican people come out and like do not fireworks but like firecrackers all night. Like, and the poor dogs were just like so restless, just could not get any sleep at all. I felt bad for the dogs because they were just like, like every second. Oh, poor doggies.
I mean, that's like a lot of bodios there or hoods. They're just, those fireworks are all night, continuous.
All night. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, that's enough. It's like we've heard it. It's like that's enough. It's okay. We know it's New Year's.
Exactly.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me tonight. It was really fun to hang out with you, Polly. You're coming back to talk about Pinocchio. We're gonna do it. We went on a holiday.
What are you talking about though? Which one?
Pinocchio del Toro's. I just
not
said Pinocchio del Toro.
Pinocchio del Toro. Not Tom Hanks's.
Okay, because I was about to say that's the only Pinocchio I heard about.
No. You gotta watch the Pinocchio. Polly, tell him what to watch.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, stop motion animation.
Okay.
It is incredible.
Phenomenal.
Great songs, great cast. Christoph Waltz.
It's just so good.
So many great voice actors, and it's very deep, man.
It's
very deep.
It's incredibly good, and you don't get that kind of movie like these days. So we talked about it earlier, Damaj and I, but guy worked on it for 15 years, so you can tell it's going to be a good movie. So definitely check it
15
out.
years you worked for it.
15 years working on this movie. So it just explains a lot of how much work went into it. And once you watch it, watch the behind the scenes, the making of.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. I couldn't stop watching the making of because I was like, oh my God, it's so cool to see how they made all of it. And like how much work was spent, like just the tedious.
They did old school stop. Wow, listen, that's a dying art form right there.
60 studio sets going on at the same time.
Yeah.
60.
Wow.
60. I think in three different studio production houses at the same time. Mexico, Portland, I forgot the other one. Yeah, man. Yeah,
It's
I mean,
incredible.
Yeah.
We're definitely doing a review, Polly. You're coming back.
Yeah.
We're doing a review. Hey, Demont and I, if you watch it and want to come join us, you're
All
more
right,
than
awesome.
welcome
Sounds
to.
good. I'm gonna have to do that.
And
That's on my to-do list.
thank you guys in the chat for coming to hang out with me today. I'm gonna close it out because we got for 2.5 hours and I'm kind of tired. I want to go and
I'm about to do some streaming myself. Gonna play some Final Fantasy Crisis Core. If y'all
okay,
wanna come
well,
hang out.
tonight, yeah, take it away. Let everyone know where they can find you and share that.
The name of the studio, or the studio, the channel is DMHAINI Demajani,
I'm dropping
aka
it
the
in the
Lord
chat right
Commander.
now. I'm
The
dropping
Lord
it.
Commander of the Dark Council, which, by the way, the Dark Council will be back
Mm.
January 11th. We
Oh,
took a little
okay.
hiatus because everybody was just kind of like doing the holiday thing. So the Dark Council will be back January 11th. It will be on Fatal J's channel. So make sure you are taking notes of that in the Twitterverse. That's where we're going to be putting the links at. But definitely right now, I want to be, after I'm done here, I'm going to be doing a live stream, me streaming some Final Fantasy 7 Crisis Core Reunion, me being overpowered
Nice.
and just demolishing people.
Amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Polly, tell everyone
Yes.
where they can find you. What you
Latino-
got coming up next?
Yeah, Latino Slant. What we coming up next 2023. We're gonna take it over.
Yes.
I can't
We
wait.
are
Gotta take it
having
over,
such a
baby.
good time. What happened?
You got to take it over, baby. Take it over.
We're having such a good time on the channel. What I'm gonna do now is just really you kind of give it a little more structure. So you'll be seeing some cool little changes, but I'm just so proud of like what we do on the channel, Nina, and you guys know
I love your channel.
the hard work I put into it. But if you want to check out anything, check out the interview that I did with Edward James Olmos, Undoomed and Loki. That was my other highlight of 2022. That is on our playlist. And if you haven't checked out the slant, I don't know what you're waiting for.
You got to check out the slant.
Make sure you
Everybody.
check them out.
The
Check out the
link is in the
slant.
chat. And as for me, you can check out my new merch store because I got a new merch store now. It's at ninainfinity.org where you can buy really cool things like posters and t-shirts and these cool canvas paintings that are really cool, except for my internet. It's not cool. Okay, here it is. So it's a really cool stuff that we've made. And I think that you guys will enjoy it. I think you
That
guys
one
will
reminds me
enjoy
of
it.
like the Da Vinci. Cool.
It is.
Iron
It's
Da Vinci.
Iron Da Vinci.
Iron Da Vinci. I love it.
Yeah.
That
And
is
then and I
nice.
got another one that's the Batman Starry Night canvas, which is really cool.
Wow,
Check that
that's
out.
neat. Yeah.
What
And,
size does that come in?
This comes in 2 different sizes. It's a slim and the thick, and they're just like, like kind of like smaller ones, and then the thicker canvas size. And they're like there's hold on, there's another picture here that shows it like on display. Where was it? Where's that other picture? No, it's not this one. It's on the other one. It's on the other one. I gotta put that other picture on here too. Just there it is. It's kind of like that.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
You know what?
here's the sizes.
That would be a good gift for Mexican Iron Man, honestly. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for any Iron Man fan. Very cool. And of course, you can get my t-shirts, mugs, all sorts of stuff.
I was gonna ask, what's the latest with your cosplay stuff? It looks great.
My cosplay calendar, like it didn't fully get funded, so I decided to do this instead.
Oh,
That's why you
whoops.
can get the posters and stuff like that.
Sorry, I asked.
Oh no, that's fine because I
right?
still consider it success, and we're still doing another campaign in 2023. Now that it's 2023, we're doing that in 2023, but I'm going to be doing just a bunch of different ones, and we're going to do it earlier so that we can have way more time. And I have a lot of good plans. But until then, because there were so many supporters for the calendar anyway, I figured I'd put some of this, the posters on for sale, so you can buy the
love it.
poster if you want, or I
love your face. Your face are awesome.
and
Oh, that's
stuff
cool.
like that. So There we go. This is the poster one and everything. And I like the posters that come with the like they come with this thing that you can hang them on, and those are really nice.
Oh,
Like
really?
yeah, it's really cool because they actually like come with this frame for the poster.
So you got Tomb Raider, you got
I got
Cowboy
Tomb
Bebop.
Raider, and I got
Cowboy
Cowboy Bebop for
Cowboy
now.
Bebop.
Yeah,
Right.
Faye Valentine.
Right.
For
Better
now.
a
And
better
then-
looking Faye Valentine. Than
Yes.
Well, definitely.
Well, it's leaps and bounds of above that with Netflix nonsense they gave us because like
yes,
you look like her. You know, you look
I
like how
I
Faye is supposed to
tried.
look.
So next year I'm definitely going to be cosplaying as a
Okay.
bunch of other stuff, and of course for Halloween I always do Halloween too. So like it's gonna be we're gonna do something. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Gonna make America great again.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be nice.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
We never finish channel
Perfect.
cosplay. It's gonna be great. Fantastic. Better than everyone's everywhere.
That's really good, Nina.
Oh God. But speaking of great and fantastic, you guys in the chat, my subscribers, thank you so much for everything, especially in 2022. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being on the channel, supporting me, just liking, sharing. If you super chatted, extra thank you, all that stuff, all throughout the year. Thank you for all the support. I couldn't ask for better subscribers. You guys are amazing. You chatters out there. I just love you guys. So I'm going to be doing a lot of shows in 2023. So keep your eye on this channel. There's a lot of cool stuff going to be happening in 2023. And of course, check out these guys. And we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be on Midnight's Edge for Toxic Femininity. And of course, Tuesday,
Yes.
Real BBC. And I will be back very soon on this channel. So until next time, have a great one, everybody. And
Peace
I'll
out,
see you next
y'all.
time. Bye. Where is my outro? What should I do? Let's go for this one right here.
This is my mother, Mrs. Exposition.
How do you do?
My God, man, what have you done?
That's not your mother, it's a man!